It's a refixing.
Easy Fab Move Vans. Trust me, the best in removal services. Big up Fabian. Fab Move Vans, the best in removal services. Trust me, if you need anything removing, anything clearance, trust me, link Fabian Fab Move Vans.
England, Scotland and Wales, mention Lovebridge and you get your little discount there. You know how the thing go.
Big up Medusa Champagne. Yes, Medusa Champagne. Brand new champagne on the roadside. They'll be sponsoring my party. Easy Medusa Champagne. I tell ya. And big up Kotg.
Wow.
Big proud sponsors. Yeah, man, big up the full team, the full Kotg radio team. Big up the engineer, big up management, big up everybody right now, man. You don't know Kotg, you're large. Trust me. I gotta talk about some events coming up. We need to talk about the events coming up. Trust me, I'm gonna start with back to school. Big up Thunder first. Back to school, big party. That's the 6th of September. Down there in Luton. Scammer Natural, fully booked for that. Trust me. So the 6th of September, people get your old school uniform, the old school uniforms, you know what I mean? And reach Thunder First back to school event on the 6th of September. Don't forget the 13th of September. It's all about Pure Vibes 20th anniversary. 20 years, Father Biggs.
Can you believe? Time a fly, brother. They say time waits on nobody, you know.
Time is the master. Big up Inchi, big up Davdo, 20th anniversary. And that's the, trust me, big. King Adis will be in the building, you know, Father Biggs.
Wow. Big move.
So that's the 13th of September. Hi, King Adis. Live.
You can't say like that, Natural. You have to say King Hadis. Cha.
Don't forget Veterans Cup Clash. Jeez.
Tell them about it, Natural.
Veteran Cup Clash, the 26th of July. Trust me, what a clash. We got the veteran. Hey, Father Biggs.
Yes, my brother.
Real veterans will be in the UK, you know.
Yes.
Real veterans go, we're not even gonna go head to head. Real veterans, battlefield showdown.
And this is what we need, you know. Them have to teach the youth them. You understand? Tell them the sounds on the night, Natural.
We got the veteran Silver. Hold on. We got the veteran Silver Hawk in the building.
Yo, Natural, you see in the 90s, everybody had a Silver Hawk cassette, you know, brother.
Trust me.
Everybody had a Silver Hawk. You see, before Bass Odyssey and all them sound, it was raining, you know. It was about Silver Hawk and Super D, you know, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
We got Black Scorpio will be in the building.
Big up Jack Scorpio. We got the full family, you know. Big sound, you know.
Sir David Rodigan will be in the building.
Wow, I'm glad you said the sir, you know. Sir David Ram Jam Rodigan.
Love Injection from Birmingham will be in the building.
Yo, Birmingham strong bad sound, you know. Love
so that's
Injection.
The 26th of July. Veterans Cup Clash. And Father Biggs, we got ticket selling, you know, so that's what we have to tell the people. They can get their tickets right here.
Well, TikTok's listening, you know. Let them know, Natural. Let them know, my brother.
£35 tickets going right now, so people, Veterans Cup Clash.
Going once, going twice. You, Lord of mercy.
And that's Milan Place, Southall. Trust me.
Natural, roadblock, you know. Roadblock, Southall. Anytime anything going down there, roadblock. Where you got the vintage sound, the original, you know.
We said guaranteed to hear some song that night, Father.
Natural, you see the 4 sounds? They were before laptops. This is when it was steel. All them sounds they used to play steel, brother. Original.
Okay. Also, Juggle Mania. Juggle Mania. The 8th of August. Marshallek Movements. Mellowtown. Sean Powers. Infinity UK. Bagger British. Sovereign Roadshow. You hear that? 45 edition.
Hey, that I got big. Big up Sean Powers, you know. Hey, that I got nice. That I got nice, coming at
Friday the 8th of August. Thing called Jugomania. People, you can get your tickets right here, right here. You know what I mean?
Hey, the sound them will have to juggle for them life in a road, boy.
Jugomania, trust me. Also, bus drivers link up. Live in the building, DeMarco, Deneo. That's next week, Sunday. That's this Sunday coming. This Sunday forwarding. Bus drivers link up. The 6th of July. Deneo, DeMarco. What a lineup for the bigs.
Mad and mean, you know.
That's
mad.
Addington Park, Kent. The Gateway. Kent. All the way down there. I swear there's coaches leaving.
Yeah, man.
Coaches leaving London.
Definitely, bro. This coach is leaving. Definitely. So you can, have a little drink and vibes. You see me?
Postcode CR058R. Trust me.
Hey, natural. That's deep Kent, you know. People, book the coach. If you want to have a nice time, jump on the coach. No bother drive, you know.
For sure. Link up. I do remember next part of Bigs we want to talk about next week right here.
Hey! That bit in the way up on the Yo, natural, tell them who you know.
Next week right here, we have Streets in Action Radio Clash. Trust me. If you love dub plates and you want to hear a clash, a radio clash, right here's the place to be. Unique Star vs Solution Sound.
Hey, if you like war, you know, definitely next week this time, war in the building.
Right here.
Right, yes, sir.
Radio War. Unique Star vs Solution Sound. And you know what, Father Biggs, I feel like we need to talk. We need to have a brief reasoning conversation with the man there. You know what I mean?
We're gonna have to do
That's
that.
how we should kick off the show. We should kick off the show with a reasoning from Unique Star and Ringo to let us know what. Cause you see, Unique Star is a sound from 1989.
Natural. Them around Bristol from them time there, you know.
Bristol bass sound from 1989.
Jeez.
Big up Snoopy. Anyway, you are Snoopy. If you're listening, give us a call. Tell us about your sound. Tell us about next week. What the listeners can expect. Alright?
Hey, natural. Me answer them have the most sugar minor tenor. Jeez. Yo, that clash I got serious. Big up Solutions as well, you know. Bad sound.
Solution, Ringo Star. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. I feel so for first country sounds come on the land, you know. Because usually stay London somewhere up on the land, you know. So
yes, we have a couple Luton sounds on the land too.
Natural Luton of London, man.
True.
Big up the Luton family, you know. But I want them beat me, you know, but Luton of London. A 20-minute drive, brother.
Alright, we got somebody calling in live. Who's calling in live? Let's find out who is calling in live. Wrong one, I think.
That one.
No, it's that one. No, it's this one. It's this one. Hello. Who are we speaking to?
Hello, Snoopy.
Snoopy. Unique Star Sound, Snoopy. Walk one.
Hold on, man. We can't hold on them. That's right.
You can't hear me, Snoopy?
Yeah, man. We can't hear you clear now. Yes, man.
All right. You can give me a little volume on the phone line? All right. Snoopy.
Yeah.
Next week, you'll be on the Battlefield Streets in Action. Right here on the radio. So
yes.
before we start talking about next week, we want let the listeners know some history about Unique Star Sound.
Well, I hear it from 89, but it's originally from 76.
From 76.
Yes, 76.
Oh.
And then we changed our name in 89.
Okay. So what was the original name in 76?
Well, the original name with the one amp and couple speakers was Sir Meritone. Yeah? Sir Meritone. And then because them time there was more roots and culture, we changed our name to Lord Loco. Yeah?
Yeah.
With the one turntable business, and those days it was special.
Yeah.
And then because the music was changing to more rubber dub, we changed our name to Unistar in 89.
Right.
Yes, that's the history.
So let the listeners know where Unique Star is based. Oh, have you always been based in Bristol or?
Always in Bristol. St. Paul's.
St. Paul's.
Bristol.
Okay, Bristol's own
Yeah.
Unique Star.
Yeah, St. Paul's. Yeah, Bristol.
Okay. So what can we expect next week? Talk to us.
Well, it's gonna be a boom shack attack. That's all I know, because we used to deal with Sugar Miner back in the days. Yeah. Scorpio. Because we give Sugar Miner the mixing board, the 32 mixing board was right in Jamaica right now.
Right. So
we give Sugar Miner.
You bought it and you gave it to him.
Yes. Because my school friend originally used to play for Garnet, so he originally went to him and he used to play in a band called Ja Paso Band, and Sanchez and Garnet was arguing over the band at the time. But my friend was shy, so he never used to talk. So I told my cousin to take back the board, and for some reason it ended up in a Sugar Ant. And from there, so music started flow like sand.
So Sugar Miner voiced a whole load of your dubs. Because Biggs made a talk about 5 minutes ago, and Big said, I believe Unique Star have the most Sugar Miner dub plates. So is that true, or is that something you would say?
If it's down in Bristol, yeah, I can't say for anywhere else, because
Okay.
I tell you what, we played Youthman Promotion down in Bristol one time, and Daddy Ant was on the phone, and Daddy Ant was Sugar Miner at the time, Youthman Promotion selector, and he told me from what he hear we play, Sugar D, were you good?
Okay.
Yeah, because Daddy shot. All right, let me say it this way. All my Little John, every Dunkley and all them artists, they come from Sugar Miner camp.
Youthman Promotion. Well, not the sound, but the studio.
Yeah. Yes. They never come from there. So over the years, me hear people get it from this studio or that studio, but all of ours come from Sugar Miner camp.
Okay.
All of them.
We have over 100 people on listening on TikTok right now. We want them to listen next week. So make them. So really and truly, you're saying Unique Star have a bag of music to come on the show next week and feature, right?
Of course, man. I have some tune where, yeah, man.
Original song. Some original song.
Original song with some long time intro. Joe Lickshot and all them, man.
You know one thing I know about Unique Star as well? Hey, they see the sound system in Bristol, Scammer. You see their sound system. Powerful,
yeah.
You know. Them have one of the most powerful sound systems in England, you know. Me not lie, you know.
For true.
Powerful.
Got the Jamaican flag on it, man. A piece of the song was meant to go down Jamaica. But sadly, my cousin had a stroke, so he couldn't bring the sound down there again.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yes, man.
So
yes,
Snoopy, when was the last clash you was involved in?
Oh, the last clash. I think it was on a radio station. What should be where Blackout JA, which all clashes every so often. But we used to clash alongside Red Hot, Sparkles International, Splashdown, Qualitex. Anybody would want to clash at the time, you know? So one of the biggest ones I know used to pass with was David Radigan, Kotg. I think that was around in the late 90s. That's when Radigan said to us, we played the Abashanti dub, and he said, "You're the only sound I first ever hear that dub, Abashanti."
Jeez.
Abyssinians. Abashanti.
Abyssinians. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you remember what year that was?
That could have been, let me see, I'm just guessing now, because my cousin Big D would know. I think it was around either the late 80s or the early 90s.
So when you said the Abyssinians, was it all three of them, yeah? The all three of them? Yeah, man, original.
Yes.
Yeah,
From
man.
David Radigan said he's the only one what hear us play. So that was the full crew.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing you Tuesday forward then. I'm looking forward to it, you know, because I know you have a lot of some vintage steel around there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I know you have some vintage steel around there, you know. And you know, like we like to create history on the platform, yeah, you know.
Definitely.
So it's gonna be well festive, you know.
It's gonna be history, man. It's gonna be history. It's going to be history.
So have you done your research on the sound that you're facing and solutions? Have you done your research?
No, I'm not saying I didn't want to, but me not really know the song. But I saw it go sometime. You just have to go there and you know what you have. Because I've been listening to some from the COVID time.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of sounds that's come out. I've seen sounds I didn't never heard of. I got a feeling that sound is a family of mine, you know, because my surname is Stewart.
Okay.
And I know I chat to somebody who's in the church who had a sound, who got a song.
Well,
you know?
That'd be well interested if you clash a cousin, you know.
So like how there's loads of history. Just tell us a few more things my listeners would like to know about Unique Star Sound, because I know you're a man, you got a lot of history. Just tell us a few more little things like how you told us earlier about Unique Star Sound.
Well, we used to play most of the big sounds like Shaka, Small Axe. We played with Saxon back in the days when them time that it wasn't dub, it was the entertainers.
Right.
Yeah. It was a man on the mic what did the thing them did. It's a bit Saxon, no Coxon, sorry.
Right.
Regular. Coxon used to live in Bristol one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
He have key to go on the front door. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to book like he used to live down there. We played most of the big sounds back in the days. And burn them sound like Naya Man and all that sound there.
So that was the 90s. That would have been the early 90s them time then, didn't it? Like late 80s, early 90s.
Where sound was thriving.
Yeah.
Every session was new dub. Every session new dub. Every session new dub. And because we used to go to London and meet Sugar, Gregory Isaac, and one of the Eptones up in Ausden. And because my cousin gave him 2 port by that machine, whenever Sugar put on anything, he just said, take what you want to.
Okay.
Take what you want to. Take what you want to. Now.
So is it fair to say this is a return to the battlefield for Unique Star in 2025? Is this a return? Is it for Unique Star? Is it fair to say that?
Yes, man. I would say that, yeah, because we haven't really played a clash for a long time.
So,
you know?
Do you think sound system has evolved then? Can you see remember how you played back in the 90s and now it's 2025 and you're battling against a sound like Solutions? What difference do you think you're going to bring this time now to the what are you bringing?
Well, I think what we will bring is that the big dub then with the big artists. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same artists than what me hear people play upon the same rhythm.
So history then.
Because let me tell you something. Me and Blackout and some man went down there to do a video with Aicha Candy and Candyman.
Yeah.
And when they hear me name, they say, "What a minute, but me know your name, you know." But some man was staring at me when I went down to Robert up Thursday and said, "Brother, me know you know." But they was talking about my cousin, because them time there I wasn't dealing with the music. But when they was chatting about you got this and you got that, I never even know something have a pan dub a long time in the dub box. Because remember, it was steel.
Yes.
And not only we work for Sugar, we work for Mikey General, because Mikey General used to live in my cousin house in Bristol. And I know
Big
Mikey
singer.
over 40 years
Big singer.
before
Big
him
singer.
had tread on him head. Yeah? So we have work for Mikey too.
So you play with laptop or you play with CDs? Me have to ask because a lot of the big sound them, like the elder sound them, they still work with the CDs, you know. Yeah, Mac Pro, you Sora, or you still working with the CDs?
I had to, well, say it this way, I didn't move very slow, but I have to go up on the laptop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
After I ain't got no choice, I had to go because it ends up a little bit looking a bit like, come on, man, you have to move with the time now.
So one more quick, is it you one playing the sound next week, or you have an MC, or you are the MC and you have somebody that play song for you, or is it was it
I'm
just
going to
you?
be the MC, but me have a friend.
You have a young shooter.
Because like some of the man them couldn't make it because of the time. It's going to be like around an early time for them to leave because they got their grandchildren.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the one with more kind of freedom because me know, to me retire now, that I can go anytime or anywhere when me want.
Well, I will say it's history you're going to create. Even forwarding from Bristol to our platform, I have to give you manners and respect for that, you know, and honor, because that, me know Bristol, you know, that's a, what, upon the, was that M4?
Yeah, man, straight
long
down,
drive,
man.
that,
Enough stone man to come at Bristol. You see with Bristol, every stone used to reach on a Bristol one time.
Me know.
You know, when the bamboo was around, you know, every stone burn up all over. Manchester, everybody.
Well, just make sure you leave early on the M4, you know, and forward down the.
Leave early, man.
Yeah, man.
I may be opening up the place.
Yeah, man. Me know,
All right, yo. Thank you, Snoopy.
I may be opening up the office.
Snoopy, enough respect. Enough respect. We're looking forward to seeing you next week. You know what I mean? And we're looking forward to seeing the Clash next week. So
all right, my friend. Yeah, man. Give thanks, man.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Every time.
Respect, yeah?
Yeah, thank you. I'll be there.
All right. Solution Sounds, if you're listening, give us a call right now. See it there, Solution, see it there? Man, they're ready for the war, you know.
War starts already, you know. Cola. With that Ringo Starr Solution Sound.
Solution Sound is in the building.
Live, you know. Manners and respect, bro.
Manners and respect every time.
Yes, sir.
We just spoke to Unique Star Snoopy about the Streets in Action Clash next week. But before we go into that, just let the listeners know the history of Solution Sound. Give us a little piece of history first.
I believe that I am the sound in terms of the one for the sound is what make the sound what it is. I've been in sound business from birth.
Okay.
My family has been in sound business. I don't know, some people might hear the name Lord David. From back in the 50s coming up.
Okay.
My family actually did own a pub, one of the first black pubs in London.
Okay. Can you remember the area?
And I've always wanted to own my own sound. So when I get this opportunity, I didn't continue with the family sound. I decided to start my own.
Can you remember the year that you started, that you said, yeah, this is Solutions? And can you remember the year that you said you're building your sound and you cut your first dub plate? Can you remember the year?
I would say it's about 20 years ago.
Okay, so
it is about 20 years ago.
2000, about 2000, yeah?
Yeah, up in them time or prior before. I had dubs before, but when I first built the sound, it was in about 2000.
Okay.
And one of the reasons for me to even build the sound, I remember one of my daughter was born in that time. And I did hire a sound system, one of my friend's sound system.
Yeah.
And when I realized, you know, the cost, I went out the following week and I bought. I remember them time it was because I could, you know what, I could say to you possibility that I'm one of the first CD sound in London, you know, possible.
Okay.
I maybe could even claim that. And the reason why I said I could claim that because I was one of them guys who was at every clubs and stuff back in the days. And most of the man them they were going around with vinyl in a little case, you get me? 45 and stuff. And I remember when I bought my first Newmark, the first one I bought was from August, funny enough. Index.
Yeah,
it was called then.
That was definitely the early 2000s because we had techniques too, and we put it down for CDs maybe 2001, 2002. So round about them time there for reading them. I listened enough.
Yeah. So in them early times, then 99 coming up, and I had a whole heap of CD. You know what I mean? When most people didn't even have CD in their house, I have a lot of CDs. And that's how I started off in the first instant.
Okay.
But I did have some of my dubs and that was cut on slate and then vinyl back in them time because as I said, my family used to run studio, you know?
Yes.
So I already started cutting some dubs and putting down and stuff because I was born in it.
Okay, so would you say a South London sound? Would you say you're a South London based sound? You're a South London sound?
Yeah, 100%. 100% South London.
Okay.
You know, funny enough, I actually did a few events in Bristol where Unique Star. They don't remember me still, but I remember them. Back then I used to do some event up there in a place called the Black Swan.
Okay, that's one of the biggest pubs in Bristol where all the black people go. I know I hear about that pub.
Yeah, man. I brought a lot of stuff down that side back in the days. Me and one of my brothers, them call them broke up. We do a lot of event down there. Okay. Because I remember one of the last event I brought Mr. Mighty and a couple guys down there.
Okay. Which Mikey? Third Dimension Mikey. Which Mikey? Say again? Which Mikey?
Mr. Mikey.
Oh, Mr. Mikey. Okay.
Mikey from Vibes FM, innit?
Okay, yeah. May I listen? All right.
That was one of the last events I think I kept in Bristol. Yeah.
Question for you: when's the last time you've been on the battlefield? When's the last time you had a clash?
I would say the last proper clash after COVID I had was with a song called SMB.
Yeah, man. Me hear the clash there. I hear that clash there.
Okay.
I hear that clash there. Yo, one thing we do my history, you know. Me do a lot of research on the sound them, you know. I hear that was a nice clash with you and SMB. So I kind of know what you're bringing to the table. Cause I know you probably got more new tune from there, sir. But I kind of heard the basis.
I'm not even gonna say new tune. Because during that time, because even up to this day, I'm still taking down songs from email and taking them off CDs and even cassette. I've been running songs off because I do a lot of gigs every week, but most of my event is like maybe christening, weddings, funerals. They don't really in details dubs.
Yes.
And I would say
but
it
you
was
clashed
during
SMB
COVID
twice,
time.
isn't it? It was twice you SMB clash.
That was it. It was during COVID time. I actually take out my dubs, most of my dubs.
A lot of us is true, you know. A lot of sounds.
The online thing is true. It's true. I didn't like the both clashes.
Yeah, it's during that time because so a lot of man was shook.
Yeah, it was different
when them
styles.
Start hearing the dubs them that I pull out. You get me?
Yo, me hear all the scatter was squirming. Me all a couple baby weird and all them things. Them me say, all right.
All right. So you know, okay. So you know what the clock has strike. You get me?
I tell you already, you know. I'm a historian when it comes to UK sound clash. You know?
Yeah, fam. As I said, I'm most of my in that dance with even me and SMB. I didn't even get to play. I didn't play. Cause after the clash done. If you're listening to the clash, you hear a man say, "Yo, so we was holding back those dubs for because I'm a John out them and all them dubs there. I didn't play them in SMB. Cause SMB wasn't even warrant them dubs. Cause he didn't. To me personally, I was mainly trying to accommodate SMB.
I'm not gonna get involved in that, you know. So when was your first clash?
I literally was, because he doesn't have the caliber or the type of dubs from back then. Because I know he was only a 5-year-old, so as him claim. You see me I say? So I believe this clash that I'm gonna have now with Unique is gonna be a bit different, because for one, he said he's been around more than 30 years. So I'm expecting
history.
History, exactly.
History.
So I'll bring my history book for him.
Okay.
And see where he stand, because funny enough, during COVID I had a clash. I have a proper dance clash in a club with another song called Buchanan.
Yes. I've heard, yeah. One man sounder, innit? He play by himself.
I wouldn't say, because the night when I clash him, he bring a rental dread with him still, you get me?
Cheese and peas and so listen, speaking of MCs, are you gonna play the sound by yourself? Because the clash with SMB, with the MC you bring that night there, is he with your sound? Cause I don't know. The MC that have the bad MC still. Are you gonna MC and play? Are you playing by yourself?
You see the difference where a man don't understand, because that they kind of cause a little controversy in the night.
You know? That's what
what them man don't realize, that the MC, I didn't bring an MC. That's actually JD is actually my auntie's son. Me and him are two first cousin.
So he's in your sound.
And me and him start the sound system from back then in the early stage.
That's why it's good to talk.
If you listen to every dub that I actually cut, even up to this day, JD name is still in those dubs.
Then he's in the sound.
He's in the sound.
Yeah, man.
So exactly, because if a man name you dub them, if all of you dub them or most of you dub them, then you can't say he's not his family.
True.
His family.
True.
But in reality, JD own a sound too, because he has a song called JD Vibes.
Okay.
But that doesn't warrant, like myself, I go with JD Vibes more time JD Vibes roll with me. So it all depends on the situation.
It's one link.
You get me?
It's one link. I say it's one link, innit? Are your family?
Yeah. So
and his name's in your dub.
So
one
it
link.
can be a surprise for anybody when a man turn up. but certain sound don't warrant a shooter. They only want a sniper.
Well, you know what? One thing I do like about the two sound them, you know, is that this platform is perfect for you. Cause I know that you're a Christian man as well and you don't swear. Remember, I tell you something, watch everything, you know. And Unique Stars are big man. I can see this clash here, and it's a perfect platform because it's no profanity. You know, we don't like, you know, the bad word in them, so we keep it clean. So I feel this clash will definitely be about
showcase
music.
Skills.
Yes, music.
Showcase music.
And talent.
Yeah, that, you know what? That's one of the great parts about it. Because as I said, as much as you love the sound, you love the sound. There's a bad, remember, something a bad man thing, you know, and it carry a bad part to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that have to when you're building a sound, you can't build it and feel say you don't have shot for fire.
Yes.
So I remember as a Christian, you know, me and Peter, I cut off all him ears for him, you know. and ask the bishop to put it back on for him, you know. But let's get to that.
One thing I like though is that you keep it clean, because you always talk about your religion and that when you're playing. When you're clashing, I realize you don't swear, you keep it clean, so I have to give you respect for that. Because even you said it, in these times, it's be a bad word. The selection
you don't have to, but
I've proven
that you don't have to swear to.
And I respect you.
So do I.
I respect that. And this is why we got, me and my brother said, why we have this platform here, because we like it to be clean. We want people to hear talent, not just vulgar bad word. Me and my brother sat down and said we want to hear talent.
Gone are the days back in the days when some man used some profanity and all them stuff there. It's not necessary, because, all right, let me tell you something. Even now, to where the music is going, some man don't realize that clash can become a ballroom thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's entertainment. And you're not gonna go in a ballroom, go swear and tell a man where to go and all them stuff, would you?
True.
So in the same breath, you can play music without have to use profanity. So
some exclusive
it's right up my street, to be quite honest with you. I like it. So
that's what we like to hear. You know what I mean? Because this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to. What we want the sound man them to embrace it. Because this is what we're trying to do. We want to keep it clean. So the
next
youth
week,
them,
yeah.
Sorry, natural.
No, yeah, but no, yeah.
No, I'll say we're keeping it clean so the youth them that's growing up can listen and learn. They can listen to the sound clash and learn,
see,
and it's clean.
Let me say something, because I'm not one to chastise nobody.
Yes, sir.
Everybody do them thing different, and the one I'm trying to tell a man that there's always a space for everybody.
True.
Because if you listen to the music them that they're cutting these days, there's a lot of profanity in them and under that, and we're over this one. You get me?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what a certain set of people wants to hear. And good luck, not a problem. A man can hear. If them enjoy that, then no problem. But there's a space for people like me.
Yes.
And I see you're creating that kind of atmosphere.
Respect.
You understand?
Respect.
And we want to keep that dignity in the community, in that aspect.
Yes.
Right, you know, so I'm really looking forward to next week, though.
Next week, people, Streets in Action. If you've just locked in, we are talking to Ringo from Solution Sound, and he's on the battlefield next week on Streets in Action.
Natural. When you check it, 1983 and 20 years. That's like 50 years of experience. 50 years between them. I'd say even over 50 years, because 83, don't want to do the math now, 83, nearly 40 years.
But what I think you have to understand, as I said, Tuesday will prove a point, and it's going to prove a point whereby, remember, we have some people at 70-year-old in this country that don't want nothing,
True.
So don't make age fool you. You see where I'm coming from? Because you have some little youth who just come here in reality and have a 3-4 house.
True.
And you have some man there, them are 70-year-old and still living in a council property.
True.
So not because a man around a sound 30 and 40 years. All right, I give an example. My family back then when they were running sound system,
Mm-hmm.
They used to run all the push-ins. Every dance and depend.
Yeah.
But where they did not captivate was cutting dubs. They were mainly using rhythms.
Yes.
So what tend to happen now in this day and age, although they've been around so long, there's no evidence. Because dub plays is an evidence of your sound system.
It's a receipt.
See it there? There?
So most of the sound them from back in the days who used to run those and run them the scene and talk about the scene, them not have no dubs. So a 45 them used to use a lot down most of the party them.
True.
And because the time has changed upon them now, them can't fit into this market because them can't sell my come play at any event now. Because everybody can get 45 now.
Mm-hmm. For free.
You understand?
Well.
And it's dub what make a sound, make your sound different.
Yeah, true.
So that was one of the biggest mistakes that they have made back then, that they weren't cutting dubs and have dubs for sure. The legacy. You understand?
Definitely.
So at the legacy we are set up right now, as I say, on Tuesday I'll hear the legacy, if there's any legacy was left. I'll create.
You don't know. Next week,
start the one already, you know.
Turn up from early.
Yeah, man.
People log in from early. Streets in Action, battlefield will be open.
As I said, I don't know stupid like that. As I said, I've heard him, I've heard about them, I've seen them in Bristol, but not up close and close in a sense when I know them like that. You see me? I said, so a war.
Musically.
A musical war.
I met the best.
Well, I just said thing there. As I said, you shake when you start and shake when you finish, innit?
Yeah.
You get me?
I feel say it's not gonna be about new tune next weekend. I feel say it's not gonna be about the new tune. I feel say two big men are gonna just play big songs still. And that's how I see it.
No, that I get. Yeah, feel all this, but no, I'm not give no information like that. A man forward and prepare himself.
When you see the number you just called us on, that is gonna be the number to vote in. So just tell a friend. You know what I mean? To vote for you, you know what I mean, and that's the number. People can be voting. They can be calling in, or they can vote in on the WhatsApp. So that will be the voting.
You see, one other thing with me, I'm not biased. I'm not biased in that sense. Most of the dancing, which is what's happening right now, is a lot of biasness going on. And I tell people to be honest with yourself and honest with what you're hearing. Yes, sometimes you're a supporter of a sound, and if you go to support the sound, regardless if them play good or bad, you wanna vote for them.
Yeah.
But that one I think where I see going on now, where you go out and no matter where you play now, sound boy, you can't win because the man they have them crowd. And you can't take that away from a man. All right, you see, if you go and listen back to SMB clash with me and SMB clash, 99.9% a man say you win that clash, but at the end of the day, is SMB walk away with the trophy.
What I will say is that one thing is about the clash, it will go on audio and visual, and it will be on YouTube, and you will see the comments. Like, you know, that's one
what
thing.
I'm trying to say, because
people will
talk,
you know.
Comments, when I look back on the comments with me and SMB, and even SMB said it to me during the time of the clash that you guys win. So him realized and know say to what we forward with, we did well, but you have more horn and more crowd than the night, and that take it, and he's aware of that. Big man thing, you know what I mean? And that's why I said I put my hands up to SMB in that sense. It says from where he's coming from and when they know in terms of
definitely
publicizing him sound, making him sound be heard, win or lose.
Yes.
You get me? So, him go do him thing, and I respect him for that.
Big up SLB family, big up Scrapper, big up Bucky, you know, for real, you know.
Yeah,
big
man.
Big them up for real,
Nigel, I'm a family to all them neighbors.
Big up Papa Nigel, you know.
In our soul, you know.
Jeez, it's a small world, you know. Big up Papa Nigel.
They didn't even know that them man, they are my family, proper family. And I know far out neither, very close family. But me just leave it there so. But as I said, it's a musical thing, and you give people credit where credit due.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir.
If you build a sound today and you have your money, you can actually reach far. It's all about the money spending and how much you love it.
Yeah. And talent.
You know, if you love it, you can build it. I may give everybody credit. Say, if you love your machine, build your machine and do what you have to do. And give thanks to the platform them we've been creating or you know, like yourself and full package and all them all them things we are going. It can help the sound culture.
Yes.
Because nothing we have with someone sit down in a storage and kind of get it out to play in this day and age.
True. And you know, the world always say UK don't have no sound because they don't really see much. So that's why we do it. And as you said, the other platforms, we do it because we want the world to see. Remember, the world is watching. We want the world to see that UK. Because that's what me and Scammer always say. We want the world to see, say, UK have some bad sound.
Yeah, and this is exactly. So what you're doing now will help them to see that UK does have some bad sound, because I was surprised at the amount of sound that the UK does have, and as I said, it's only online that caused some of them to be shining and people even know that they exist. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So make we keep this trend going and just you know what I mean, do what we have to do. But no pay if you are listening. Make sure you take the motorway and drive safe.
Yes.
Safe travel on the
ground. If you know you're not ready, leave it in the garage.
Well, next week, people, streets in action will be. And you know what, fam? Ringo, if you're not doing nothing, let's keep locked into the show because we have Black Scorpion family. Black Scorpion.
No, just Scorpion.
Just Scorpion. So
you done the advert earlier.
Scorpion Sound is
South London
in the full package team is in the building.
Jeez.
Scorpion Sound is in. They will be releasing some dub plates later on. We're gonna have an interview
Mother
with them.
Road.
Yeah, man.
Winston Francis.
Yeah, man. And listen, big up my shooter, them JD, big up themselves. You know what I mean? GS, big up on themselves. I know they maybe a listen right now. We done ready. Are ready for the war.
Yes, man. And
we're not talking about prepare for the war, you know. We're ready for the war.
Yes, sir. Right. And keep that number there. And remember to give it to your patrons,
but we're ready for the war.
And keep that number there and give it to your people them as well, so they vote for you as well. And Ringo Starr, same thing, you know. Not Ringo Starr, Snoopy. Cause we never tell him that earlier as well.
Okay,
Unique Star.
Yeah, man.
Unique Star. If you're listening,
same number.
Save that number.
Save
it and give to your
supporters.
supporters.
Give to your patrons.
Yeah, man.
Respect. Man. So is this the number that you guys used last time? Or
yes. So save this number.
Save the number.
Save the number.
Man, not unrespecting, yeah? Bless up.
But it's been a pleasure, man. So you don't know.
Manners. Every time. Give thanks.
See there. Now send no more, man.
All right, bless.
All right, respect.
Cool. Kotg radio to the world.
Mad.
That we say, for true. Run the rhythm. Yes, sir. As we move on with the show,
we have to let Unique Star know, so keep that number there, Eddie calling now, because we never say it still. Keep that number, keep the number.
And give to your Patreons them and tell them, say, yo, listen, vote for me. Next week, Streets in Action. Unique Star versus Solution Sound. Crazy.
Hey, did I lie you know? Some bad sound in the natural. UK are going, you know?
Yes, sound clash culture. We love it, we love it, we love it. So Father Biggs, with no further ado, we're going to be interviewing Winston Francis. So before we do that, we're going to play some of his music on the live. You know what I mean?
And natural, we're going to play some of his new music, you know? Yeah, man. Gonna show you, say, the Elder is still a voice song. New music.
Voice and Sounds, Winston Francis.
Oi,
for everyone. Whoa. The stars shine so bright.
I ain't gonna lie, looking forward to this interview, you know. History, you know. History. So your birthplace or not?
My hand in my world, I would give it away just to see the girls at play.
Cheese!
And when I am king, surely I will.
Hey, we're not lying, you know. We have some big singers in the UK, you know.
And
sure.
Everything. And now that I'm king, and my queen will come at dawn, I'll be waiting in Kingston Town.
All right, I'm gonna play some more Winston Francis, you know. Living legend, take on.
Is all folk in the world. Love dance every soul.
Feel like me a string up a big sound, you know. Feel like me there blues right now, you know. Long time party. Ear tune.
Is all folk in the world. Love dance every soul. There's nowhere to go. Oh no, you made a choice. Now it's up to me.
People share the life. We have a legendary singer in the building, you know. When you talk about rock steady, when you talk about Studio One, you know, can't left out Winston Francis, you know. People, this is history. I tell you, the first album, 1969, you know. No, sir.
just what you say. Now I found out today that all the words had slipped away.
Miss Ayo, me love reggae music, you know.
There's always a chance, a tiny spark will be. Sparks turn into flames. Love can burn again. But I know you know. Whenever
Now, people, share the life, because our history, you know. This is the first on this land. First time we're interviewing someone that sang rock steady in the 60s. That, you know, so people share the life. I'm telling you, this is history.
gather round, children, and learn.
Voice out of Sir Winston Francis. Yeah, man.
You're making a big mistake. Hold on, let's have that debate.
Ease. Yeah, man. People share the life, you know. Our history tonight, you know. 1960 till now, till 2025, you know. Slassy.
You're making a big mistake. Hold on, let's have that debate. Reason to learn not to win. Slow down, stick up it. You're forcing your opinion down me throat. Man, don't be stubborn like a goat. Slow down, hold down your temper. Slow down, don't let it run.
Nah, man, pull up.
Gather round.
People share the life, you know. That interview that naga normal, you know.
Hold on, let's have that debate. Reason to learn not to win. Slow down, stick up in. You're forcing your opinion down me throat. Man, don't be stubborn like a goat. Slow down, hold down your temper. Slow down, don't let it run over. Show them you're not drunk when you're sober. Slow down, hold down your temper.
People, turn up your radio. Turn up your sound, you know. Big up the one Sparky Rugged, you know. Big up Ija, son. Zing, ding, 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 ding.
Because you can't see the time. You run too fast, make you walk too time. Express yourself without any anger. You make your point more stronger. Slow down, hold down your temper.
Yo, big up everybody on the live, you know. I'm seeing what go on, you know. Share it. People, share. Hold on. People, share the bloody life. Tonight, our history. You notice me like we said that word there, though. And I don't use that word lightly, people. Share the life. We have a vintage singer, you know. When you talk about Studio One, when you talk about rock steady, you know. 1960s, you know. Hey, I'm telling you, the interview is going to be crazy. You're going to learn a lot today about how reggae music was voiced in the 60s. It's not like now you can have your laptop and you have your headphones. No, you had to go studio, but I'm not going to say no more. We're going to wait, you know. But let me play some more of Sir Winston Francis. Respect where respect due.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
One more time.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Names are trying to kill all the people on the earth. If we don't stand firm, what will life be really worth? It don't matter what race or country that stand up together, we can participate. The rich own not all of the government, the soldier and the police. The poor citizens, they have nothing. All that we have is we. One day the tables will turn, and all wicked people will learn.
Hey, pull up. People, share the live. This is Sir Winston Francis. Well, in comes the musical thing called.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
One more time.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Governments are trying to kill all the people on the earth.
Ding 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 dong 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 dong.
If we don't stand firm, what will life be really worth? It don't matter what race or country that you come from. We are all.
Hey people, me love reggae music, you know.
Have to stand strong.
Sure.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up.
Don't give up the fight. This is an exclusive interview, you know. How you mean? Big up Uncle Winston and the Kotg Love Rich family. How you mean it? Blessings always. How you mean?
I tell you, we got a legendary artist in the building.
Sure.
Don't you talk about the things.
Hey, pull up. Hey, natural.
Legendary Studio One, legendary artist in the building, Winston Francis.
Hey,
trust me,
natural.
He's gonna tell us about their history.
Imagine today's Happy International Reggae Day, you know. Right time, you know. Natural.
That's why we got the legendary artist in the building. We call you in.
Hey, you see Jah works?
We say it's international what?
Natural, hold on. International Reggae Day.
So big up to all reggae historians. You're gonna get some history today. Trust me.
Natural, real history, you know.
Love Bridge movements keep the fire blazing. Love me today and not tomorrow. Cause tomorrow may never come. Don't you talk about the things we did yesterday. Yesterday will never come back again.
Big up to all who's locked in on Mixcloud. Big up to the people locked in on YouTube. Big up to the TikTok people them.
Say your love for me will never grow old.
Over 60 years and the voice don't change, the natural. Sure.
Big up to people that locked in on TikTok. Big up. Tell a friend, Winston Francis in the building. Later on, Scorpion Sound will be in the building.
Natural, Sir Winston Francis. This song is entitled Pledging My Love. What you say? Every day a reggae day? A true man. A true.
This is off the brand new album, thing called song entitled Winston. The album entitled Winston. On all major platforms, selling in stores. 19 tracks, 19 beautiful tracks. I tell you, man, Sir Winston Francis.
Long Bridge movements keep the fire blazing. Here come the champion sound, Long Bridge sound. Bad man sound.
love bridge movement. Hey, me now like in the UK we got some treasures in the natural. So them know you know we have some treasures in the. Hold on there. Let me play one of my personal favorites.
Love bridge movements, keep the fire blazing. Love bridge movements, keep the fire blazing. Love bridge movements, keep the fire blazing.
Album entitled Winston. Go check it out. Go check it out right now. Winston Francis.
I gotta go, but nevertheless.
7622. You say big up Uncle Winston and the KOTG family. Give us a little name. Who's calling? Who's texting? Who's texting now? This song is entitled Rastaman Prayer, you know. Yeah, man. At that side there.
Me gold and me silver. But you can't take away the Rastaman culture. How could you do that? You would be wrong. So you hear the sound.
Hear the bongo drum them. Hear the bingy drum, you know.
Chanting on the kingdom. Playing from on top of the hill. Playing from on top of the hill. That means that I shall not walk with no one figure shot nobody do.
Yo, big up a real Rastaman, you know. Big up Bobo, Bingy, 12 Tribe. And your main man. Big up the natural Rastaman, them, you know.
Love bridge movements, keep the fire blazing. Love bridge movements, keep the fire blazing. Love bridge movements, keep the fire blazing. Many guys has come to you with a line that was true, and you passed them by. Now you're in the city ring, and these lines don't mean a thing. Why don't you let me try? Long bridge movements keep the fire blazing.
Hey, you know some love. Hey, that song you're big, you know. La 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 la. Nah, but hey, hey, hey. People share the live, share the live.
Many guys has come to you with a line that was true, and you passed them by. Now you're in the city ring, and these lines don't mean a thing. Why don't you let me try? Just let me
Yeah, man, the live will go crazy, you know.
Easy out and bad.
La 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 la.
Of the Rastaman heart.
Voila. Natural. We play that one there already, you know.
So you take away me gold and me silver.
Yes. Rock the man.
Song entitled UCA, United Tribes of Africa.
Tribes of Africa, yeah. Oh, what a day when all the tribes unite as one, yeah. Oh, what.
Hold on. I feel like we should start the interview. And then we can play this and you can introduce this. How that sound? Yes, man.
United Tribes of Africa, you know.
People on the live, if you're listening, share, because we have a singer, a great singer in the building, legendary singer. He goes by the name of Sir Winston Francis.
Blessing, man, blessing. Yes, respect.
Yes, sir. You know, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure to be here, man. Love the vibes.
Yes. You know what I mean? We're going to start the interview, but normally we don't do this. But you see, that song there, what we just played, UTA, is United Tribes of Africa.
Yes.
Which is happening right now.
Right now.
When did you voice that song? When did you make that song?
I wrote that song 20 years ago because I saw vision. Yes, 20 years ago.
Okay.
And today it's happening because I always visioned that if Africa could unite, there will be no other country on the planet would be as powerful as Africa.
Very
because
true.
If a lot of people don't realize, but if you look at Africa, the size of Africa, if you put Russia, China, and the United States together, Africa bigger than all of them together.
Very true.
You understand?
Very true.
But a lot of people don't know. Them think Africa big like England.
Yeah.
But Africa is the most powerful nation on earth. See, the most powerful nation on earth. Nothing can stop Africa. But because we are divided, we have no strength. But it's happening today, and I saw that 20 years ago when I wrote the song. UTA means United Tribes of Africa. Oh, what a day when all the tribes unite. Oh, what a day it's going to be when all the tribes decide and agree to elect one president to rule them all. Then never again will Africa fall. See
right.
that right now?
Let's listen to the tune. Let's listen to it. All right.
Wake up the champion sound, not bring sound. Tribes of Africa, yeah. Oh, what a day when all the tribes.
This song was written 20 years ago. This song was written 20 years ago.
The day it's gonna be when all the tribes unite and to agree to elect just one president to rule them all. Then never again the giant could fall. UTA means united.
Back then it was like a vision.
Certainly was.
Oh, what a day when we get UTA.
Big up Young Gent sound, you know. Big up. Big up Out and Bad.
Africa, the mother of civilization. Hey.
Big up Donna Curtis.
Africa, the mother
Wayne Alma
of creation. We've been separated.
If you're listening on WhatsApp, if you're listening on YouTube or TikTok, the number to call, number to message, 07594 366 222.
Big up Rose 48, you know. DJ Lippy, big up, you know.
What a day.
622, big up.
Yeah, what a day.
It's a big up Uncle Winston. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what a day when all the tribes unite as one.
What a day, what a day.
Oh, what a day it's gonna be when all the tribes decide and agree to elect just one president to rule them all.
Yeah.
Wilson, I'd like you to introduce this one.
This one is called I Killed the Devil Last Night. Him dead. You can go straight now.
Tell us about this one, about the writing of this one.
Well, it's a long story, but I had a friend called Arthur. We used to call him Big Arthur. And he's a guy who had a nice car, nice house, nice family, and he started to take drugs. You know? And while I was working in Germany, I got a call. And one of my friends said to me, Ted said to me, boy, Arthur is in a bad way. You know, him eating out of the garbage can on the street. So we want to start a program so we can help him out. So we used to send money to him every month. I used to send £50, you know, every other week. So they could put it in a pot so he could pay him rent and buy food. And after 2 years, one day he called me. I was in Spain, and he called me and he said, boy, Winston, thanks very much. But I don't need help anymore because I killed the devil last night. And I said, you killed the devil last night? And he said, yeah. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, stop take coke, you know, because coke is the devil. And I wrote that song right away. I killed the devil last night.
You heard it from the man himself. Let's roll.
I killed the devil last night. I killed him with a wood knife. I killed the devil last night because he wanted to take my life. Joe, 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 Joe. He totally influenced me because he knew I was drug free. Then he gave me sweet cocaine. He almost took away my brain. Then he made me into his slave. Wanted to send me to an early grave. But I knew my destiny, and I knew I had to break free. I killed the devil last night. I killed him with a wooden knife. I killed the devil last night because he wanted to take my life. Welcome to champion sound, not rich sound.
Can you tell us about this one, sir?
Why? This is an ugly story, you know.
I was told that you were feeling sad and lonely tonight.
Cheese!
But don't worry about a thing.
I think this is a story every man would like to repeat.
All right.
All right.
Every man would like to call
My name
himself
is Dr.
Feelgood.
Feelgood. I've got the recipe. Call me Dr. Feelgood. I've got the recipe.
Big up A-Star on the live, you know. Big up, big up, big up, big up.
But don't worry about the fee. You won't have to pay. Satisfaction is my guarantee. So you won't feel good when you get my surgery. My name is Dr. Feelgood. I've got the remedy. My name is Dr. Feelgood. I've got the recipe.
A-Star said big up Uncle Winston.
Yeah, we do. All right. Shooby-dooby-doo. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no.
All right. So, like how we got you in the building, we're going to talk about the history. Because like how it's reggae,
what is today's reggae?
International
Reggae Day.
Wow,
You know what I mean?
wow.
And we have an international reggae singer in the building. So tell us about some of those early days, early recording days in Studio One.
Hold on.
What year did you start recording?
Before you go there, we want the people to know which part of Jamaica where you was born.
I was born in Kingston.
Which part of Kingston?
I was born, a lot of people born in Line the hospital, but I was born at 100 King Street in Kingston.
Okay.
Where I could see the clock from where I was born. So I'm a
there.
true Kingstonian.
True Kingstonian. What year was that?
1943.
Hey.
Which makes me 82 now.
Wow.
Give thanks enough. Give thanks. Yeah, you're mean, man.
It's a blessing to have you here right now, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, what year did you start this singing? Where did the musical influence come from?
Well, you know, at that time when I was growing up in Jamaica, they didn't have anything like television. We had that radio. We had one radio station, which was Radio RJR.
Okay.
And you were linked to the radio station by a piece of wire. You know, there was no, you know, you could tune in and find it. We had a thing called rediffusion. So it was Radio Jamaica and the rediffusion, right? So the entertainment was nil. So any entertainment you wanted, you had to do it for yourself. You know, so we had a lot of competitions in the theaters. And you had a man named Veer Johns who used to put on a lot of shows and invite the youngsters to come and, you know, compete against each other. And you had guys like Alton Ellis, you know, myself, Jimmy Tucker, you know, Lassell Perkins, which is still alive and still singing.
Yo, you're naming some big names, and
yes, sir. Yes.
Continue. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So,
continue.
So at that time, you know, we all used to go to these theaters and compete, sing against each other.
So it was singing competition those days?
Yes.
And that was like a way of, as you said.
Well, the top prize was 10 shillings.
Okay.
But that was like somebody's salary.
Wow.
You know, that was your father's salary, 10 shillings. So when you go out and win 10 shillings, big money. You know, 10 shillings can buy, you know, 2 shirts and a pair of trousers. You know what I mean? So good money still. You know, and they at the end of the year, you have the big competition, right? And at that time, you win £10. Can you imagine?
£10.
Sure, you're sweet. But that was our entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I remember.
Was it jukebox settings then?
This was before jukebox.
Before jukebox.
Yeah, before jukebox.
So would you be like a teenager them time there? Like 16?
No, I was a youngster. I was like 10, 11.
Okay.
Then, you know, then everything like, no, I was talking to you a while ago and talking to you about a CD player. You said that is antique now. You know, this is how fast the music, you know, things are going.
Yes.
You know, so by the time I was 12, 14, you know, you had jukeboxes, you had cinemas, TV start come, you know, so everything was moving fast, you know. So, you know, I had a group called the Sheridans.
Yep.
And the Sheridans were doing a lot of competitions, you know, at the Carp Theatre and Regal. And I must tell you, one of the singers that came into the group, and we were the ones who taught him how to do harmonies and all that, was Pat Kelly. And it's on my new album. This photographs with the group, you know, the Sheridans is on my new album, you know, Winston. And you'll see Pat Kelly on there.
Yeah.
You know, so
Pat Kelly was one of your students?
Yes. Pat. As a matter of fact, when I took Pat into my group, the Sheridans, you know, he came to live in my house, you know, with my family, you know, and he lived there for 15 years.
Wow.
History. I tell you,
wow.
History, you know, history.
Yes.
History.
Yes, man.
So, you know, by that time, you know, while Pat was doing his thing, you know, I started recording for Mr. Dodd, Cox and Dodd, at Studio One.
Yep.
And my first recording that I did, I can't even remember the lyrics, but you know, when Mr. Dodd called me in, he called me in to do a track for him, because I was introduced to Studio One by a guy called Jackie Esnick, who used to write all the liner notes on the Studio One albums. If you look at any old Studio One albums, at the writing in the back, you'll see Jackie Estick. He's now one of the top judges in Jamaica.
Wow.
Okay. So that's why I don't want to go back.
and sir, that would have been like the late 60s if I stand correct.
This was 68.
68, yeah.
When I recorded my first track for Mr. Dodd. And then I started writing songs, and I wrote a song called Mr. Fix It.
Okay, big tune.
Which was recorded by over 40 people. I already talking about Sugar Minot. Yeah. Sugar Minot did an album and he sang Mr. Fix It and called the album Mr. Fix It.
Yes. And you was the original writer of that
I
song.
actually wrote the lyrics for that song.
So who done the backup vocals for you on that song, then, Mr. Fix It?
Well, there was a lot of backing vocal on it, but I did on the album Mr. Fix It.
Yes.
I did California Dreaming and To Experience.
Yes, To Experience. That's it.
Yes.
So Bob Marley.
It was Bob Marley and Ken Booth who did the backing vocals on it.
Wow.
Yeah, both tracks. If you play it and you listen to it, it sounded like some little girls. Because the evening when we recorded it, when we went in to listen to the track, Mr. Dodd was playing it, and he said, "Jesus, boy, the girl them sound sweetie."
Oh, okay.
And Bob get vexed. Bob get vexed. I say, "Oh, Sir D, and me a call girls, sir." And he said, "No, I'm talking about the girls singing the back of the vocal."
He said, "Me a sing."
He said, "Me and Ken and Winston a sing the thing, you know, sir." And he said, "Why?" He said, I better fire the girl."
Okay, so give us like an atmosphere. Show us the atmosphere of the studio back then. What was it like? Just take us through it.
The studio, Studio One was the biggest university in the Caribbean.
In the Caribbean,
the biggest university. That's a recording studio. The Caribbean, because it's there that you learn everything. First time I get a dose, you know what a dose is?
Yeah.
You sure you know what a dose is?
No, you have to tell me. I don't know.
Tell the listeners.
A dose is gonorrhea. Okay. And when I get my first dose, I never know what it was.
I thought it was that bad.
When I reach the studio, you understand? When I reach the university, which was 13 Brentford Road, and I tell my friend them say, "You ever do us, man? Just go around Old Street and get a joke." And everything will be okay. Brand spanking new. So that was a university. You know, you learned
basically it taught you everything. Taught you life.
Everything. You learned life there. You know, I learned when I went to live in the United States after I left Studio One. I learned, everybody tell me the first thing don't buy no pretty clothes, Winston. Buy a house.
Okay, from
the
them
first
time
thing.
then.
Yeah. You learn the history from there, right? So when I came to Europe, the first thing in my head I wanted to do was to buy a house. And that song, Mr. Fix It, it was recorded by Freddie McGregor on his album Big Ship. Barry Salmon recorded it. Yellow Man recorded it. Kotg recorded Mr. Fix It. And all of these people that recorded, I never received one penny.
I was just about to say that, you know.
Yes, never received a penny.
Because that's how it was back in those days.
1995.
I'm sure you have a case now, you know, sir.
1995. A group named UB40 recorded it.
Yes.
And the first payment I got from UB40 was £27,000.
Wow.
Right? £27,000 I get from them.
Wow.
For recording Mr. Fix It. And I was living in a council house in Sudbury Hill, right? And when I get the money, my wife said to me, "Where you gonna do this money, love?" And I said, "Well, I was thinking about a BMW." She said, "BMW? You might go buy the house."
Yes.
And that's where I bought my first house from UB40.
You're getting a lot of big ups. A lot of big ups on the live, you know. Mikey Natch, Bingy, Trinity, they're all saying big up, you know.
Yes, man.
Yes. So, you know, I was never angry that I never get paid, you know, from all that time
in Jamaica
for that track.
For the track.
Never bothered me.
You got the big check.
Oh,
you
gosh,
finally
man,
the big.
you see,
What year was that
master.
What year was that?
1996, 1995, 96.
So that was £27,000. So if we do the math now, that was like right now that would be like $100 grand in today's money.
Yeah, big money.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, big money.
Yeah.
About
money.
50, 60, 70.
But you know, that's when we paid on our first house. You know, and that was a blessing. So every time I work, and I work in Europe, you know, every 2 weeks, you know, and every show that I do.
And that's bookings for shows, singing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mama, the first time I went to Europe, I went to Czechoslovakia to do a reggae show. Well, I went to Czechoslovakia and I sang reggae, you know, for the audience there.
Hold on. You was one of the first artists, reggae artists, one of the first to really get the shows in Europe, right?
Yes.
You was one of the
1973.
1973. That was a long time. You was one of the
Whole lot of people born and dead since then.
Yes. So before Bob Marley traveled to the UK. Before Bob Marley traveled, you was traveling.
Yes.
Doing music.
I came in 1969.
Yes.
And then I came back in 1971. And when I came back because the song California Dreaming.
I was just about to ask you about the album there in California.
Tony Blackburn made that his hit pick of the week.
Yes.
And because there wasn't enough records going around.
Radio 1.
Yeah, it was Radio 1, yes.
Massive.
And when Tony Blackburn realized that the records weren't being sold, he made it his hit pick of the week twice. And it's the only time he's ever done that.
He never done it again.
He said that in his book. He said the only song that I've made hit pick of the week twice is Winston Francis' California Dreaming.
So you see, California Dreaming, was that recorded in America, Miami, at the time? Was that recorded?
No, Studio One, man.
Jamaica.
It was Mr. Dad Vision.
Okay.
You know, Mr. Dad choose all the songs. You know, so Winston, I want you to sing this song. You know, I want you mashed up. And he gave me the track. You know, I was listening to Mamas and the Papas, and he gave me the track. You know, at that time it was the bass player was Leroy Sibbles. You know, the guitarist was Rickenbacker. You know, Jackie Mitu was on keyboard.
These are all big artists, you know.
Yeah, Ernest Ranglin guitar. You know, and we laid you know 4 tracks that day, and that was the Thursday, and the Saturday we went into the studio again with Mr. Sadat and Ernest Ranglin, and when I went into the studio it was dark, and Jackie Mitu was sleeping on top of the piano, the grand piano, because he was there all night, and instead of going home, just hold him some sleep, and when I went in and we started talking, he started playing a rhythm, a vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and when he says, where you have Winston, and I started singing Let's Go to Zion. And that's when I recorded that track, Let's Go to Zion.
Okay.
So was it all one text in those days?
Yes,
like with the band?
yes,
Because I know
yeah,
was band, everything was played by the band. So everything was just one text.
One take, yes. If you make a mistake, out the door, come back another day.
See the real artists, you see one text, come imagine
one take. It's got to be one take, because remember, it was only 2 tracks. So the band recorded the tracks, and then they bump you onto one of the tracks. So it's only 4 or 5 tracks. Yeah. So the engineer don't have no time because there's a queue outside.
Yeah. So the band on one track, the vocal on one track, the backing singers on one track.
No. The backing singers and the
vocal on the same track.
Time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man.
And if you make a mistake out the door, come back again another day.
No second try.
No, because you see the band is getting paid per track.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they don't have no time for waste.
Yeah.
So tell us some of the names that was out of door. The time when you sang California Dreaming. Tell us about some of the names that was around the studio. As not people that was working on the track, other people that was like, as you said, artists that was waiting outside.
Everybody,
Heptones.
Heptones, I remember the first day I saw Dennis Brown come.
Okay.
Tell
us about it.
He was just a kid, a young kid. Ken Booth was there, and everybody's hanging around, trying to get, in. I remember one day I was watching the great Roy Cousins, who I'm working with at the moment.
Yes.
He's a great producer. He's on this new album, Winston, and he asked if he could be, auditioned. He did an audition, and they told him come back next week, And he will tell you himself that when I went to do an audition, they didn't accept me. They turned him away, so he had to come back another time.
Okay.
But all the greats were there. Black Uhuru, all these guys used to come to the studio.
Wow.
But when I came to the studio earlier today, we were talking about, one of the guys was saying he heard some bad things about Mr. Dodd. I said, there was nothing bad about Mr. Dodd, because a lot of people complain that they didn't get paid. But these same people are being paid today because he gave them
royalties.
a future. He gave them, something they could work on today.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys are really successful and really wealthy. Out of that.
Yep.
So I wouldn't bite the hand that feed me. Mr. Dodd is a great man.
So would you say the royalties wasn't set up at the time, but then over the years, people that got to set up their stuff and it became paid. They got paid later on down via tours, via people wanting to hear the music. Is that what you would say?
Of course.
Yeah.
I remember one day I was in Park Royal, and Alton was there, and he said, I just want 2 bullets. One shot Mr. Dodd in the head, and then one other shot myself. I said, so why you not kill yourself? I said, kill him, but don't kill yourself. And he said, why? Sure, Winston. And I said, Alton, don't forget, I said, most of us youngsters that recorded with Mr. Dodd, we had no education. That's why we went to recordings, right? I said, if it wasn't Mr. Dodd, you wouldn't be hearing it like
today. You're right. You're right.
Him follow him and him look for me and walk inside and come a few minutes later him come back out and him say, Winston, I'm going to stop talking them corporate, them bullying. Because it's the truth.
True.
If it wasn't Mr. Dodd, I wouldn't be here today. And I'm living a good life.
Legendaries.
Yeah. I'm living a good life. I'm earning good money. If it wasn't Mr. Dodd, because he took a risk in recording us. It wasn't certain that the records that he was recording would sell.
True.
And remember, it cost, to make the recordings. And if he made 10 recordings, maybe 5 sell, 5 didn't sell. So what he's going to do with that 5 didn't sell? He lost, out of that. So he did a fantastic job.
How did those records get to sell? Was it the radio? Was it the radio at the time?
No, it was a sound system, man.
Okay, the sound system, streets.
Yeah.
Right, tell us about it.
Because I was a girl. I used to like plenty girls, and most artists like plenty girls. Right. So your main mission is to get a hit song, because when you get a hit song and they start playing it in the dance, you make sure that you on a weekend, a Friday night or a Saturday night, when a big dance are going, you get your Old Spice and you shower yourself with Old Spice and nice, and you go to dance and you stand up inside the dance, and all the girl them that is coming in, you watch them, and the girl that you see and you want her to say, yes, it's my girl, and anytime them play your song, you just go across and tell her, says me that, and it's your girl that.
See there?
You understand? So everybody wanted to record because they want the prettiest girls. And to get the prettiest girl, you had to have a hit song. See? So it wasn't a money thing.
Well, at the time.
No, it wasn't a money thing. It was a girl thing.
Yeah. So are you surprised? Are you surprised of where the music, how the music? Does it surprise you where you came from and where not just you, the songs from those eras where it went so big? Does it surprise you even sometimes?
Yeah. Of course. I get calls and I get jobs, and I'm in a place like Argentina. And I'm sitting in one of the biggest hotels, and when all the waiters and waitresses and everybody crowd around me and the photographers, and I said to myself, boy, Winston, you low-key.
So when you recorded those songs in 1969, the 70s, did you know that they were gonna see when you after the masterpiece? You never know.
The man said it was girls he was after.
You never know. Did you?
I had no idea that these songs would become it. I didn't think they would leave the shores of Jamaica.
You see how powerful reggae
That's
music.
What I'm saying.
Powerful rocksteady.
I would even say reggae music because at the time it wasn't reggae.
It was rocksteady.
Well, it's Jamaican music.
It's reggae. It's Jamaican music. It's Jamaican music.
I don't see it as rocksteady and this and that.
Yeah.
I see it as Jamaican music, because Jamaicans, don't forget, our culture is of such that it's so diverse, this might start some controversy, but we're going to talk about it. I was talking to some brethren one day, and these guys would start saying, why the Chinaman them just come and mash up Jamaica? I said, why you always come and talk about? I said, one of the first big promoters and producers in Jamaica was a man named Leslie Kang. He was a Chinese man. So you cannot push the Chinese out of the equation. You understand? The white man that was in Jamaica, one of the greatest guitarists that played in Jamaica was a guy named Dennis Sindri, was a white Australian guy. Yes? Another great musician. A lot of the musicians didn't actually come from Jamaica. A lot of them come from Trinidad. Jackie Whippet come from Barbados. And one of the greatest reggae singers you have of all time is Jackie Whippet. Yeah, and he came from Barbados. You have Lord Creator. He was Trinidadian. You know? Mm-hmm. Roland Alfonso was Panamanian. You know? The leader of the Scatterlights was Panamanian also.
You're educating us,
definitely.
You know? You're educating
so
us.
most of the musicians, them, you know, the guy who actually started the Steppers beat, you know, is a young Panamanian guy who started playing drums for Studio One, yeah, and he was Jamaican, but if you tell him he's not Jamaican, he's vexed.
Yeah.
Because he talk Jamaican,
yes.
walk Jamaican, and him do Jamaican.
Okay, yeah, but it's still on.
It's still on
Mixcloud.
yeah.
It's still on Mixcloud.
Yeah, so, you know. Yeah, so, you know, what you have to look at is that we as a people, you know, we can't differentiate.
I said it to
you know, and we can't say, oh, you know, this guy didn't contribute or that one didn't contribute. We all contributed.
Yeah,
you know, so we all have something to be proud of.
Definitely. So do you have any, like, I know you said that you met Bob Marley as a youngster. Tell us a story or two about Bob Marley.
Well, I tell you, I've said this many times, you know, that in the after Bob died, and you know, everybody was trying to grab a piece of Bob, you know, and get some of the money. I always said, if Bob was alive, that would never happen, because he would never mistreat none of the people that work for him, because Bob was a man of God.
Okay.
You know.
Yes.
Bob was a true Jamaican, you know, who shared everything that he had. He wasn't selfish. You know, Bob was a really honest guy. I remember when we used to be at the studio, if Bob come in and them have one spliff, it's share for 10 man.
Seriously?
Yeah,
see,
man.
this is
everybody
the history.
get a draw.
History.
You know?
Okay.
And most of the guys that were at Studio One were that way.
Yes.
You know, some man, if when we do a show, like on a Saturday night at Carib, 6 man good for don't have no shoes, only 1 man have shoes, and every show, every artist got one, you have to put on the shoes and go on.
Seriously?
Bar the shoes.
Wow.
You understand?
Well, that's a piece of history, you know.
When you buy a buckle,
So what happens when some of the people was different sizes? How would that work?
Well, you kick down the back, man. And you shuffle slow. Yeah, you shuffle slow, you can't shuffle fast.
Yeah.
You know.
Tell us about some of the cities your music has taken you. I know you mentioned Argentina, Europe, Czechoslovakia. You went to Germany before the Berlin Wall.
Before the Berlin Wall came down, yes.
So you
in a place called Potsdam in East Germany.
East Germany.
Yeah.
What year was it? 73?
No, this was about 93, I think it was.
93. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But it was before the Berlin Wall came down, because I remember I went into a record store in Berlin.
Yeah.
And when I went in, the guy who owned the store, he started following me around. And I was saying to myself, "What, them people are weird, eh?"
Yeah.
You know, it must be no, see a lot of black people, and you figure if this black guy coming, I'm going to try and steal something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I walked towards the door, and he said, "Are you going?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Could you do me a favor?" And I said, "You speak good English?" He said, "Yeah." I said, what can I do for you? He says, could you sign this album for me? And he brought up Mr. Fix-It, the album.
Wow.
And I said, oh. I said, where did you get this? He said, I got it from the United States of New York.
Wow. Okay. So give us, you said you came here in 1969. Was that those are the Windrush years?
No. Windrush started years before that.
Okay. So what was 1969 like when you came to the UK?
It was fantastic. I remember I went to work in a club in Wakefield.
Okay.
And when I went into a store to buy some toothpaste and you know toiletries.
Yeah.
Because I was staying in the hotel, and when I went in, there was nobody in the shop, and I picked up the things I wanted, and I said hello, and this lady answered from behind the counter, and she said, yes, love. What can I do for you? And I said, well, I've got these items I'd like to pay for. She said, make your own change. And there was 2 baskets on the counter. Mm-hmm. And people came in, bought what they wanted, to put in, if it's 3 shilling, then put in a 5, then take out 2. And,
seriously?
And I was scared because I figure, boy, being a black guy, she could for one trap me, and say, boy, a thief or money or a thief or things. Yeah. So I was scared, so I says, no, could you come and do it for me? And she says, where are you from, love? You're not from here, are you? And I said, no, ma'am, I'm from, Jamaica. She says, oh, we've got a few of those here, And she was so nice. But that is how people used to behave at that time.
Wow.
Nobody stole anything.
Okay. So with the album Winston, so when was this released?
This was released about 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
Yes.
So you're still in the work. You're still making music.
Yes, sir.
Is this like a collaboration of all your hits from over the years?
No. There's only there's 3 old hits on it, which is "Go Find Yourself a Fool," which I did in 1968. And when I recorded it, it was Bruce Ruffin who actually wrote the song and did the recording. And he came to my house because he came to my house on a Sunday and asked me if I could record a song for him. And I said, I can't because you have to wait until I come back, again, because I used to come every month or so. And he said, no, Winston, I want you to do it now. And he said, when you going back? I said, well, I'm going to school. I'm flying back to Miami on Monday. And he said, what time? I said, 3 o'clock. He said, we done record long before that, man. Can you come down to the studio? And it is the first time I recorded in Duke Reed studio. The first and the only time I've ever been into Duke Reed studio. And I recorded Go Find Yourself a Fool for him.
Right.
But when I came here in 71, I went into a club in the West End. I think it was called the can't remember the name of the club, but it was in the West End on one of the popular clubs that was in the West End.
Yeah.
And Lloyd Coxon was playing in there. And when I went in, I was in there for about half an hour, and I heard him playing Go Find Yourself a Fool. And he says, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new one by Winston Francis. And I said, oh, man. And I said to my brother, I've never heard this. I recorded it, but I didn't really listen to the last minute.
Yeah. And then it got released.
And
so the one on the album, is that the original release?
The original
recording.
The original recording.
Okay.
So many people have asked me, to re-record it. And I've re-recorded it twice. I recorded for an album I did with Roy Cousins called Just Once. And then I did it for Prince Fatty, which is a brilliant, record producer. So I did it twice. But a lot of people asked me about the original. So I said, you know what? I'm going to put the original on this. And when it came out the first time, it didn't come out as Winston Francis. It came out as the Techniques.
Okay.
But Coxon knew my voice. So he said, this is Lloyd Coxon from London. He said, this is a new track by Winston Francis.
Okay. So tell us about the rest of the tracks. You sung over some people's tracks. Some of the tracks you sung over, most of the tracks was written by you.
So, like 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah, half of the tracks were written by me, another half because the last track on the album is a song that every time that I worked, if Alton came to the show, he would come on stage and sing Murel with me. Or if I went to a show that he was doing, he'd ask me to come on stage and sing Mirror with him. So it was one of my favorites. So it's on there. The last
Paid
time.
homage.
But yes, which is Alton and myself singing Muriel.
Okay.
You know, I wanted to put Here I Come on it because I remember one day a girl that I know called me from New York and we were talking and she says, you know, Winston, I love your version of Mr. Fix-It, but there's a new version with Dennis Brown that sing Mr. Fix-It. And I said, Dennis Brown? And she said, yeah. I said, nah, man. And she said, yeah, it's on his album called At the Foot of the Mountain. And I got the album, and when I listened to it, I was shocked, you know, that Dennis recorded Mr. Fix-It. So whenever I do a show, I always include, I do Here I Come as a tribute to my friend Dennis.
Yeah, because he recorded.
Yes, Mr. Fix-It.
Mr. Fix-It, so you
yeah, I reciprocate, yes.
Okay. Do we have the PA for Mr. Fix-It here? No, I didn't get the PA. Oh, we didn't get the PA. Because I'd love you to sing it live.
Direct.
Yeah. All right, well, can we get acapella?
If you're feeling lonely because you're one and only, boy has found a girl and ran away. Just you reach for your phone, a mobile. I'll be there at home. My name is Fix It. I'll be there. How about that?
Wicked. That song got millions and millions of views, millions of sales.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Millions of sales.
Sent you around the world.
Yes.
How many covers? Over 40 covers.
Close to 50.
Close to 50 of some of the biggest names in the game.
Barry Salmon recorded it.
Yes.
And Barry says, I've got a tune called, what's the name of the track? But he uses the introduction. So every time that track plays, I get paid.
Okay.
You know, and it's just the introduction. You know, the horns, but I get paid because I wrote the song.
Legends are in the building right now, man. So this album, people, is 3 weeks old.
Yes.
Winston is the album entitled Winston. They can go out. Where can they find the album?
Any platform. It's on Amazon. It's the only reggae track at the moment, only reggae album at the moment in HMV on Oxford Street.
Wow.
If you're going to HMV,
if you're passing any HMV, is it only in Oxford Street or any HMV?
Anyone. But he said only in Oxford Street, it's reggae.
Well, there's no other HMV in London.
Right, you're right.
But you know, in HMV in London, it's the only reggae album that is on sale.
Go and support Winston Francis.
Some lovely tracks on there, man.
Trust me, you deserve it. You've put in the work over the years. You know what I mean? You really do deserve it. And it's on all the platforms?
Yes.
Streaming platforms?
Amazon, you can go there and purchase it.
That's what we like.
I went to, honestly, I've got the things in my bag. I went to send a couple of the albums to relatives in the States. And to send 2 of the albums, it cost me £22. So I tell them, anybody else from the States, if you want the album, better you buy it on Amazon because it's cheaper. Yeah, to buy it.
Yeah, then
more than
me
sending it to you.
Yes.
You know, so, you know, and you know, it's worth it.
Good luck.
It's got so much history on there.
Good luck with you. So, for anybody listening, I would like to get in contact with you. How would they find you?
Well, you know, I've got the easiest email address.
Right.
Believe me, no joke.
Right.
The easiest email address. It's me, M-E, at winstonfrancis.com.
me@winstonfrancis.com.
This is the easiest. Me at winstonfrancis.com.
I don't suppose you do social media. I don't suppose you're on.
I'm on every platform.
See it there.
Just put Winston Francis inside your phone. Nothing else.
I'll be following you on Instagram.
Yeah, and it comes up.
Yeah,
it comes up.
Follow me back. Yeah.
Yes, I will. Yeah.
Okay. And you know what? For any advice for any young artists coming up, what advice would you give the young artists coming up?
I tell them, learn the business before you do anything else. Because in the old days, every record company used to give you a contract, right? And when they give you a contract, it's got a word in it, 2 words, in perpetuity, right? That meant they own you for life. And everybody used to sign the contract. And anytime you want to leave, and you say, Mr. Palmer, I want to leave, I'm going to go with capital, you know. And say, you can't, unless you pay me, you know, £50,000. And he said, no, for what? And I say, you got a contract with it. I say, yeah, but a contract up long time. I say, no, look, in perpetuity, you're there for life. So learn the business.
Learn the business.
Yes. I remember quite a few years ago, I was coming out of my house. My son was leaving home, I think he was going to play football. And when he reached the door, he looked back at me and shook his head. And I said, why you shake your head? What happened? And he said, I feel sorry for you, Dad. I said, what do you mean you're sorry for me? Well, he said, Judge, you haven't gotten your full dues, you know, from all the way you put in. I said, you've been to high school. I said, you bringing all of you up. You know, you've never been hungry a day. You always have a roof over your head. What you feel sorry for me for? He said, yeah, I'll tell you something, Dad. He said, from today, Sunday, I am going to be your manager. And from that day, everything has changed.
I love to hear that. That's good. You see it there?
Yeah, my son, at the time he became my manager, everything changed. And you can Google him. Have you heard of a young lady called Tassan Chin? She won the
Yes. Big singer.
Yeah, she won the Voice in America.
Yeah.
He's her producer.
Okay.
Huh?
Your
my
son?
son Lee Francis. He's her producer. You know, I was in Jamaica in February, and the minute she heard, you know, we were at the Pegasus, she came right over and gave him the biggest hug and biggest kisses. I was kind of scared because I didn't want her husband to say that. You know? Because she really loved me. She loved the work she does. You know, you produce some really, really good tracks.
Trust me, it's been a privilege to have you here. It's been a privilege to reason with you on the Natural Street Show. You know what I mean?
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. And we got a lot of sound systems on the live. So if we run two rhythm, we see you could have sing two songs for us to make them know what the dub plates would be like and everything.
Well, I stopped doing dubs, you know.
You don't do dubs anymore.
No.
Okay. Is there a reason?
No, I just I find it, you know, by the time I leave. I'm going to tell you one of the main reasons.
Yes, we're listening.
I do dubs with Sparky Melody, right? You know Sparky.
Yes, of course.
And every time I go to do a dub with him, I get a ticket.
I was expecting that one.
I was
expecting that, you know. Oh, Jesus.
And it's like, they know my car.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, you're safe. Your car is safe outside here, sir. All right. Biggs, run the rhythm, man. Run a rhythm. You have a rhythm there? You know what I mean? Because we have the legendary singer, Winston Francis, in the building. Can you sing something live for me?
I've got a rhythm if you want me to do something live.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
a CD?
Yeah.
All right, bring it, come, sir. Trust me. Yo. Trust me.
I ain't gonna lie. Historic interview. Educated. I definitely got educated today, you know. And it's good to know about the past, like the 60s. Knowing about a young D Brown and Alton Ellis, and you know, you gave us a lot of history, man.
Well, thanks.
And it's always good to hear. It's always good to be educated, you know. Cause you can never stop learning, you know.
No, you can't. You can't.
Definitely.
So, once again, it's been an honor and a privilege.
An honor and a privilege.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hi, yeah. Here I come with love and not hatred. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of my life. Envy no one, no wish to be with no evil man.
One more time.
Love and hate can never be friends. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Here I come with love and not hatred. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of my life. Envy no one, no wish to be with no evil man. But there'll come a day when you'll be whipped by the Father's hand. Oh, 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 oh. My head is anointed and my cup, yeah man. Blessing Dennis Brown.
Yo, me not lie, you know. Hey, me not lie, you know. Big.
Thank you, man.
Trust me. Legend.
You have a number ready, man?
I think Johnny Dolly's on there.
Trust me, man. The people on the live, the people them on the live. Yo, trust me. People them on the live are saying, wow.
Hi, yeah. All right now. Lady, why do you holler when no one has seen your Johnny Dollar? I can't get no sleep from this noisy street. I've got to move. I've got to find me a quiet place. There's a man next door on the radio, and he plays it all through the night. There's a couple in the apartment above my head that do nothing but fuss and fight. I can't get no sleep in this noisy street. I've got to move. I've got to find me a quiet comeback. Hey. What's the next one though? Tree. Yeah.
All right.
I know this is a favorite of a lot of the folks out there because every time I work, I've got to do this live. And it goes something like this.
I remember someone I could turn to when in need. I remember someone who was a friend, yes indeed. I remember someone, a darling, 10 times sweeter than you. I gave 10 times sweeter than you. If you want to hear this one again, come and sing along.
Hey.
Bless it.
So as I tell you, that was one of my grand's favorite songs.
I figured out.
Yeah, my grand every Sunday when she used to cook a them tune that she used to play.
Thank you, man.
That just brought back memories and a
Bless up,
salute.
man. Bless.
Salute.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So people, you know where you heard the legendary singer, Sir. Remember, when you see him, you have to call him Sir Winston Francis,
Definitely. Our pleasure. Respect.
Thank you. Thank
Maximum
you much.
respect,
Thank you.
man.
Much
All right?
blessing.
All right, cool.
And I must mention Sparky Rugged. Bless up, Sparky. Thanks very much for the link.
Yes,
God bless.
man. Definitely. God bless every time.
God bless. One
Thanks.
Sparky Rugged dinner.
you have your stuff you're gonna set up over there. Yeah? You have your box, if you have your controller in there. Okay. People. History tonight. You know? Sir Winston Francis. Now we have the big bad Scorpio sound, you know. Scorpion sound. Leave me, I do it as well, you know. South London bad sound, you know. Yeah, man. I want to talk about the full package and all those things, you know. Yeah. Nah, lie, you know. Man. Big up Sparky Rugged, you know. One Sparky Rugged, you know. People, this is Kotg Radio, you know. Love Bridge Movements, the Natural Street Show, you know. You know the tingo, you know the lingo, you know. Big up Mikey Natch, you know. Him said the 27 grand is equivalent to 68 grand today, you know. You see, Mikey did the math, you know. Big up Turdy. Big up the full Third Dimension family, you know. Cha. You see, Mikey do the math, you know. Him said the 27 becomes 68 in today's money, you know. I say 100. You say 100. Me say 60, 70, so I get it right. No. Yeah. I tell you, man, I tell you. Yes, sir. Scorpion Sound is in the building, people. People. It's the Natural Street Show. You know how it goes already. And again, I gotta say, enough respect goes out to Sir Winston Francis. You know what I mean? Great interview, great history lesson. You know what I mean? Father Biggs. You know what I mean? And it's National Reggae Day today. Yes, sir. So it all makes sense. All makes sense, you know. You know what I mean? You know, and for me, it's just learning. Because you know, we're here to learn in the natural. Definitely. So when you hear someone talk about the 1960s, we wasn't even born yet, you know. Definitely. And the man was touring and them thing there. Touring the world, you know what I mean? Touring the world, singing as a youngster, you know what I mean? So yes, man. So, you know what I mean? Do forget Streets in Action next week. Do forget Streets in Action next week, you know what I mean? I tell you, do remember Streets in Action. Solution Sound versus Unique Star Sound. You know what I mean? So that's going to be off the hinges. Trust me. Why, natural? Some tune I got fling. Hey, you know, say, yo, it's been a crazy one still. It's been a crazy one. A lot of sound has been, you know, say, it just seems like the sound them. People say UK, hey, natural, you know, say, a history we are going to create again, you know, brother. I'm telling you, man. A history, you know. I'm telling you. Bristol's going to forward down and South London, you know, it's going to be a clash of the titans. You know? Yes. You know I mean? A lot of history, a musical battle. Because between them, as I said, if you count 1989 and then you count 20 years, that's nearly 50, 60 years in the business, line tree. You know? So that's 50, 60 years in the business, bro. So, you know what I mean? I like it. Yeah, man, definitely. And if it's anything like it was last time with Sovereign and Diamonds, and then before that with Creation and Exorcist, all it Mikey Natch and Fire Levels. Yeah. You know, Black Cobra Village. Yo, some bad sound on the land in the natural. Yeah, man. So we have to give thanks to that. And the sun is shining. Sun is shining. The weather is sweet. All right, so you see me. So right now, I don't think we got you got any sound coming out?
Yeah, man, I'm here to tell him, say, Steve. Scorpion! Yo, Steve Scorpion. Clap it.
Yeah, man. This is Scorpion, and tell the world, say, we are original road boy, original bad boy.
So introducing on the Natural Street Show, Scorpion Sound. You understand? All right, let's roll.
All right, good evening. You know, this is that one. Mic working, yeah? Good evening, this is Scorpion Sound inside.
That one's there. Cool.
Good evening, listeners. This is Scorpion Sound. My name is Trouble, and this is Steve Scorpion here. We're just going to bounce a couple of tunes. Thank you for inviting us on your show. Manners and respect, you know. But yeah, this is the Scorpion Sound, you know. We're going to play you a couple of early... Yeah, from the early 86, 87, yeah? I mean, man, the sound they bought for a long time, you know? The sound they bought for a long time. Steve, play a couple of tunes in here.
Here it is. Play the song. I never know that 80 sound. Big up, big up, big up, big up.
Scene. Cause you want me now. We used to go song by crosses and play some dub plate, man, but you want me. You send dance camp and do the same thing, a different something. Come down, chilla you. Come sing. Enough respect.
This is Scorpion Sound.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening and welcome to everybody, all right?
Close your eyes, give me your hands. Tell me, do you hear Scorpion playing?
Scorpion!
Do you understand? Do you feel the flame?
Just getting used to the studio inside here. A long time I've been on a radio station.
Or is it
Full of you.
an eternal flame? Oh, why? Oh, yeah, yeah. Don't say a word. Some guys stay far. I tell you, cause Scorpio sound been playing in the lawn. I feel the beat.
Like I said, we're from the long back, you know.
Keeps me moving.
From way back in the 80s. So just take a listen, all right?
Got me moving into play. Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to everyone that's locked in.
I don't care for no heat, but some try. Cause if they do, they gonna die. They'll go down to earth and shower with dirt. I know that Scorpion is the sound that runs hurt. Oh yeah.
Love Bridge Movements, keep the fire blazing. Yo, Scammer Natural. You know the thing, they know the lingo. Get to the right, get to the cash.
From
Money,
way
so.
back in the 80s.
Money, 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 money.
Yeah, me say no. Listen.
This is Banana Man.
Tell you we sound is a ruling sound. Scorpion the sound they say. Listen. Do you remember when Scorpion were killing sound, some jumping sound, mashing up sound, bury them on the ground, and DJ and them singer happy run out.
Like as Steve said, right, this is part of the first set of dub plates that Scorpion sound cut at King Jammy's studio back in the early 80s.
Yeah, this feeling Scorpion gonna kill. Yeah, this feeling Scorpion gonna kill some sound.
Okay. So big up those who are locked in. We're just getting used to the settings inside here, you know.
Do you remember when Scorpion were killing sound, some jumping sound, mashing up sound, bury them on.
Nice little interview with Mr. Winston Francis there as well, you know. Okay, Steve, you ready for the next one? Right. This is King Everall we're gonna play, yeah? King Everall.
Here it is. No respect going to all Scorpion massive scene. Cause you want me now. We used to go song by crosses and play some dub plate, man, but you want me. You send dance camp and
management. Is yourself called cool. Who loves
King Everall.
all the beautiful girls them? Bad boy cool. Big stand massive. And remember that time was the Uncle B, you know, so well done man, the wickedest operator, you know, Peter Chemist and all these and the juggling. Now here's the DJB. Come in original King Everall, make a kill sound.
Scorpion, item for tonight. Scorpion, number one, we are the champion. Oh yeah, yeah. You can't beat it.
to say something to the people then?
Love and love, cause they never get sound.
Not enough time for that.
Trust me, he's got a lot of things to say, all right? He's got a lot to say.
Never get sound like this again. Them don't really know the it sound like this again. Scorpion know the trend, and you would never find sound like this again.
King Everall, all right?
And you would never find sound like this again.
We're gonna chip through a few of them, all right? So this one now is Eckerton Jarrett, all right? We're early Eckerton Jarrett. So Steve squeeze.
Hello, fucking son, them must Jarrett, and damn little son from wrong, sir. What are them a eat man? And you want them to go around and follow on some and I come go and I say, well, them a bad boy all about and them think them a bad boy pass to them sound, cause them a bad boy for Scorpion, you know, cause when time it come to Nazla, we have it and we bust a boy blows and skirt face. And this is the original
Classic dub plates, classic intros.
So come in, Eckerton Jarrett.
Scorpion sound of the 90s, man. Sound from England, man. Yes? No respect.
We got the YouTube fans.
To Scorpion crew. Oh, will I say
Eckerton Jarrett.
Everywhere you go, it's the same cry. Scorpion run things.
Oh, you mean?
Away.
Big up each and everybody that's locked in live.
I said everywhere you go, it's the same cry.
Good evening goes out to all of my full package family as well. Can't forget you lot out. Mark and the crew, can't forget ya.
So pressure them, Scorpion, no pressure them. Little up and that we go and kill them. So pressure them, Scorpion, no pressure them. Little up and that we go and kill them. Say pressure them, Scorpion, no pressure them. Say little up and that we go and kill them. I say them play your Eckerton, yes, we pressure them. Them play your don't play loud, we pressure.
Authentic dub plates we playing, alright?
Yes, we pressure them. They play your disco mix, yes, we pressure them. I said it's you, the sound man feel it now.
Eckerton Jarrett, Eckerton Great Jarrett. Yeah? Alright. Frankie Wilmot, we're gonna play a Frankie Wilmot. All right, you say something.
Yeah. This song we voiced in about 1986, 87, but Robert Lee did kind of run with it and say him was the original singer for it, but no, a Frankie Wilmot. Yeah.
Section now we don't run for you dub plate and chop all pan and show them that we know the right from the wrong and lock all them like a sound boy that we have vagabond. Now, Billboard have the greatest tune, but it was pirated by a little scheme of the end. Come over!
One of them originated by me, pirate by Robert Lee. See? Hey, well yeah. So come on. Ramp with no skin, you know we ragamuffin. We clip a song, boy, you wing.
Did you hear?
Sound like Scorpion, take them off of them premises, cause we grown.
Have someone at Steve and play back the tune, the man.
Come on! I know so we run the dancehall section now we don't run for you dub plate and chop all pan and show them that we know the right from the wrong and lock all them like a sound boy that we have vagabond. Now, Billboard have the greatest tune.
We got Sparky Rugged out there.
Scheme of the end.
Milligan from the JVC crew.
Them style originated by me.
Manners and respect here.
See? Hey, well yeah. So come on. Ramp with no skin, you know we ragamuffin. We clip a song, boy, you wing. Hunting.
Don't forget, Scorpion sound is not a clash sound, you know. Even though we got ammunition, we're not into that.
In the ring, when we come out, that's all we love to execute.
To all for that.
It's where a song guy, I'm telling you the truth. We pick them like a fruit, and so we lock them all way in a fridge. Certain son boy don't have no privilege, you know. Scorpion, Kingfield sound, you know. Scorpion, Kingfield sound of England.
Easy, Steve. Right?
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, well, just introducing the Scorpion sound for those that don't know. For those that do know, that was around from the 80s, kind of know. So a lot of the man them don't know, and just hearing the sound come on road a couple of years ago and that. But yeah, it's a long time sound and thing. And we have abundance of tune, to be quite honest.
but I'm not into the dub plate thing. But I fling one or two. This is one of my favorite artists from then till now, Johnny Osbourne. I don't think I've ever played this on the sound, and I don't believe I've ever heard a sound played. Something different, you know. We got a barrage at him and Quenchade. Then, you know.
All right, play the Johnny Osbourne. Play the Johnny Osbourne for us.
People, history we are giving them tonight. Scorpion sound enough. You I first come in and play that Johnny Osbourne and
No digit everything Chris, Roger J, everything Chris, no you hear me now. Original Johnny Osbourne.
That sound like Panet on the intro, you know. You see what me I say, me know the voice, you know.
What you mean, man?
Yes, we like to say our special use to all the Scorpion Massive, the Scorpion crew, the Scorpion girls.
Voice of Johnny Osbourne.
Come to listen to Scorpion. A great, fantastic sound. Hear this. This is Johnny Osbourne kicking back and trying to relax. Before I do this, hear this. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hear this. La 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 la. I'm all about love. Hear this song, boy. Scorpion style. For every little sound, we try to test Scorpion. And every zinc fan sound, you know we throw them down. Road is rough, the sound is tough. You know, dope is a hurting thing. Scorpion sound is the #1 sound, boys. Ooh, I am all about dope. Listen, hear me now.
That one is Nitty Country, this is Quenchade, yeah. Big up Beckett from John's Place, see, now don't forget big up on the large of, see, all the girl,
Just going through a couple of the old, you know, the old dub box, you know?
Listen, Quenchade voice. Young Quenchade, this enough.
That me was going to say, you know. Well, if young and fresh.
Hey, sound boy, no, you sound boy, let me tell you why. Every time when Scorpion play, you know I get them vibes. And no matter if I LP don't play, or even 45, I'm gonna make you understand.
Kotg Radio, yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right, blessings.
Every time give thanks enough.
And you want to jump up fine, better you find someone. Cause if you're not one, me I'm gonna lick it like Stam. Sound boy, what's this now? Cause every time.
Now, we're not, I'm reading the messages here. Now, we're not a clash sound, you know?
I bet the people are going to ask why, innit? Why you're not clashing? You have some big shots there, you know?
It just doesn't appeal to us anymore, you know? We just like to entertain the people, you know?
Yeah, man, entertain them. Yes, yeah, give them some young Quenchade in a 90 shots there, you know? And I know, sir, one take them take that. Oh, one take he sing it one time. I'm telling you, the man sound strong. You hear him now? This is the vocals.
Give you some artists when they were young, when them voices did fresh, you know? Yeah, we never really played them out and stuff like that.
Kind of prematurely still, I'm not gonna lie.
That was few due to certain things that happened back in the days.
Well, we're gonna talk about that. We want to know the history of Scorpion Sound, you know, because you're playing some history. We want to know some history, like, you know. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them some DJ thing.
Yeah, give them a body killer in there, man. Give them all. Get an early bounty killer. Right?
What? It's a young vice bounty.
1 point. A big one. Amanda, Scorpion now go play one boy like son. Know that the boy, I'm a man. Elephant the girl, money in the hand. Big up the wicked man them from over England.
Young
I
teenager.
bet tune. Elephant man to want to kill the gal in Bedford and Pillar. None of mercy. Needless send them out. None of mercy. Elephant killer doesn't impose.
Why?
None of mercy. Papa to see you no more.
Yeah, we gotta edit this one a little bit, you know.
Play it, man. After hours. Play it.
After hours, alright, you say so.
Them come up and we when them know them shouldn't try. Not give me no excuse when I take all about it. Oh, your skull can't fly. Needless to say no more. Somebody's call up people. Pass me see you no more. Scorpion scare him. So guy be dead we not gonna help him. No tomato or fox and me pay him.
Pull up that
we
tune
only
there.
want some gunshot.
People, share the live, flames up the screen, car. People are young vice bunty, that you know, you can't get them bunty again, you can't get them elephant man their intro again, you know.
Thank you very much.
Nah, sir. People share the live and flame the screen. Touch it again, road boy.
A big gun. Well, a murder. Scorpion now go put none boy life done. Murder the boy, the boy, the boy. A man. Elephant the girl the money in the hand. Big up the wicked man them from over England. A big tune. Elephant man to want to kill the girl in Bedford and Pillar. None of mercy. Needless send them out. None of mercy.
Message reads, dig deep into the box, Steve.
About to see you no more. Scorpion just can't ignore.
People hear the bunty voice. Hear the voice.
Well, them come up and we when them know them shouldn't try. Not give me no excuse when I take all about it. Boy, your skull can't fly. Needless to say no more. Somebody's call off the board. Pass me see you no more. Scorpion scare him. So guy be dead we not gonna help him. Tomato or fox and me pay him. We only want some gunshot check.
I'm on good behavior, I'm in the studio, you know.
Erase him. When time him dead man take him. Gonna live wait it not gonna hurt him. This is a threat and not a warning. Somebody
early bounty.
Warning. None of mercy. Hey. Them up in me and them know them shouldn't try. Not give me no excuse, me no take all about it. Boy, your skull can't fly. Needless to say no more when somebody's called for more. Pass me see you no more. Me gonna take no datings. In on your minion, me be no scratch.
Big up DJ Lippy.
Some soldier he take waiting.
The selector for the sound, you know. One of the selectors for the sound. Big up Lippy, yeah? Can't forget my bigger brother, you know. Okay.
Sporting. When Scorpion walk keep on the walling. Night and day she is falling.
All right, Steve, stop that. We're gonna give you an early elephant man, right? Big up all of the messages that are coming in. Just getting used to the studio, so you know, just bear with us. But yeah, early elephant man, take a listen. Scorpion.
A Scorpion man, Jesus guy, wicked man from Birmingham, England, stay so. Bromwell say, some guy want to know Scorpion address in the foreign. If it's New Year,
Boom, Dan, they might be on the intro.
Wicked man from, yeah, what? Elephant man, go the money in the hand, stay so. A big gun. Well, look.
Delhi ranks first and Delhi ranks first.
Well.
Yeah.
Elephant
man.
Go
big sound on the land. Scorpion sound.
The find your brother down the lane, your granny a train. Gunshot, copper shot, black blunt, BLN. Hold up on the reason that them head like a train. Come to boots in a car, Scorpion name. Now you're my boy.
Early.
Hey, wheel up them song there. At the first time I heard that song there. I don't know the song. My brother say don't know the voice. I don't know the song.
A Scorpion man, Jesus guy, wicked man from Birmingham.
Delhi ranks on the intro for sure.
Bromwell say, some guy want to know Scorpion address in the foreign. If it's New Year, Long Island, and not Brooklyn. Wicked man from
No, don't give them too much and they want to you, Steve.
Well, look, rhythm.
That's it. We're not in.
You have to shut them in, You have to shut them in.
Now go put none boy life done. A big gun.
King Elijah, big up, I see you.
The find your brother down the lane, your granny a train. Gunshot, copper shot, black blunt, BLN. Hold up on the reason that them head like a train. Come to boots in a car, Scorpion.
And one taking on the train.
Now you're my boy. Miss, you know this man a elephant, man and not a rock. Would it make sense, bumper all fell. Would it make sense to come up with the line story talk?
Wheel! Hey, people, flame up, like Scammer, tell them to flame up the live. People, voila, flame up the live. I remember I said I don't hear the song, you know. Listen, people, flame up the live, share the live. You're getting history today, you know. It's the big bad Scorpion sound. This is, people, this is teenager Elephant Man, you know.
For real.
This is one tech 90s Elephant Man, you know.
For real.
Play the song again, road boy.
Play the tune, Steve. Play the tune.
A scorpion man did that man from Birmingham in that station. Wrong way say. Some guy want to know scorpion address in the foreign. If it's New York, Long Island, and North Brooklyn, looking man from yeah, elephant man go the money in the hand, say so. A big gun. Well, look, with them. A murder. Well,
yeah.
Elephant man now go break none boy life done. A big gun.
People, listen tune. This is Scorpion sound, early times.
Your brother down the lane, your granny a train. Gunshot, copper shot, black blood, BLN. Hold up on the reason of them head like a train. Come take boots in a car, Scorpion name. Now you're my boy, mix. You know this man a elephant, man and not giraffe. Would it make sense? Would it make sense? Pumper all well. Would it make sense? You come here with your long story talk. Experience bad man, keep watch and park. Jump with your son, you jump and get off. Box at the plate on a party, come up. Scorpion, go and kill them off. So, they find your brother down the lane. Your granny a train. Gunshot, copper shot.
Find them, brother.
Hold up on the reason of them head like a train. Come
I'm gonna squeeze some Captain Barkey off of this one. Yeah.
Now you're my boy.
General, you know.
Get the big gun back. Me use the Glock markers. Man from England knocks the movie carabiners. They are like the calf now fire shoot protect. Move to your lip and gun and the world make. No, you should not come disrespect. Shut a chop up your bone like
Early Elephant Man inside the place. Like I said, I'm gonna play some Captain Barkley now, right? Some Captain Barkley, Scorpion sound style.
One of my favorite artists as well, you know.
Yeah,
R.I.P. You know.
Man.
2012 in past,
them
you know.
That we used to have it on vinyl and him something there, you know.
Me hear it, man.
Yeah, yeah, me. This is Scorpion and tell the world say we are original road boy, original bad boy. Now easy pumpkin belly, Uncle B and Digital B can run things, you know. Boy, here the girl, I'm saying I want to look at mama, man. As them give them a little piece, they run, gang and chat.
Listen, intro.
So we tell some son boy in England, America and Jamaica. And no found no girl, we a joke and we never know. We are going to tell something now. You Captain back upon the case, yeah, Papa. Yeah, man, he's in a bounty killer, man, in the place. Everything level, everything cool. Yeah, man, after we look for them and tell us, they never chat. When they get them, get a little thing. In the boy and go and chat. What we look for them and tell us now? You know, when the girl them give you the punani, don't tell nobody.
Hey, pull up. Yeah, Bunty them would look up to him them time. The Elephant Man would have looked up to Captain Barkey, you know. R.I.P. my General Captain Barkey, you know. Play the song again.
Yeah, man.
You give them history, you know.
This
people
is
flame the
Scorpion.
life.
Tell the world, say we are
get them tune the
boy,
regular, you know.
bad boy. Now easy pumpkin belly, Uncle B and Digital B can run things, you know. Boy, here the girl, I'm saying I want to look at mama, man.
I remember these tunes, them size there, you know.
Boy,
them man, they older than me, you know.
Some boy in England, America and Jamaica. And no found no girl, we a joke and we never know. We are going to tell something now. You Captain back upon the case, Papa. Yeah, man, he's in a bounty killer, man, in the place. Everything level and everything cool. Yeah, man, after we look for them and tell us, they never chat. When they get them, get a little thing, then the boy and go and contact. What we look for them and tell us now? You know. When the girl them give you the punani, don't tell nobody. Want them again. When the girl them give you the punani, don't tell nobody. When they call we original get and not chat and we must get the pump when we come back.
Big tune back in the days, isn't it? Big tune.
We used to rave to these tunes.
I'm telling you, brother.
All of them and them we get and not chat on. Hold up your one and you feel lick too short on. All of them and them we get and not chat on. Hold up your one and you feel lick too short. One pumpkin belly him get and not chat. One Uncle B him get and not chat. One Digital him get and not chat. When we come a dance all with the cream and the Scorpion.
Play a tune, Uncle B.
Get and not chat and we must get the pump when we come back. Original get and not chat and we you up now. Because we a juke certain sound boy girl. Scorpion me say we a juke certain sound boy girl. My sound is too. We a juke for them girl. When next time you met you, we a juke for them girl. We are one them body gig. We are juke for them girl. One sound go from London and Hasha.
Alright, time's running out on us.
Why you call some sound name on the one there, you know? Listen to that. Woy.
Yeah, time's running out on us. So yeah, this is Power Man and Baby Wayne. Steve.
I think we was, if I'm not mistaken, we was by record the first sound in England
to cut this. You see? All right.
Say it on the talkerphone because the people in can't hear you. Say it on the talkerphone,
yeah, to my memory, I believe said we was the first sound in the UK to play Baby Wayne on special, especially Baby Wayne in a combination with Paraman. Yeah, from early on.
Early days. Squeeze that one there, squeeze.
Yeah, man. All of Scorpion gun dog them, Jesus Christ put the gun them punk cock. Ricky General, my brethren, my right hand come down here, Papa, come here tell you big things.
Yeah, man, a long time I want them little posted and shit pan shot tail boy there, Original bad boy, son with him Scorpion, man, watch a power man, come deal with the matter. Respect Ricky General, watch you now. From the other day, them attack about Scorpion for dead. But you say no, we for dead, who for kill we in a barn, yeah, say. But the one that do face, but you can't see the heart and you don't know what that.
Back in the days when Scorpion was a rough sound, back in them days, them man, they were rough.
You hear the news that them son boy they dead, and a Scorpion sound alone around the whole place red. You know hear the news that the whole of them dead. I tell them say yeah we around the whole place red, 'cause them gone, and no more can ban them gone. We beat them to sickness and scan them gone. Go and go sound the alarm, them gone. So up the trumpet and make them start fret. Them gonna hold it. Hear the Scorpion and death. Them gonna try to guess me, 'cause when we track down, them gonna play with sound. I help you with them. You know you're the news that them sound boy they dead. And a Scorpion sound alone around the whole place red. You know you're the news that the whole of them dead. I tell them say yeah we around the whole place. We fantastic. Listen to me voice. I shock up on the plastic. Stretch out me lips and them long like elastic. So not try this. We angle that drastic. Beat them with freedom. I make them get sick on the hospital. Them can't go other. Meet me. So come, you know you're the news that them sound boy they dead. And the Scorpion sound alone around the whole place red. You know you're the news that the whole of them dead. I tell them say yeah we around the whole place. We put them on the straight line and put them on the grip. And if them come again, Scorpion kill them with leg. You play them 45, no stop chat them with it. And make them know say Scorpion I am run things. 'Cause we run things, kings not run way. Make them know say Scorpion we are celebrity. If I the one be able to win, then
big up the live.
One power man and me around the island. Nobody run, head back down a free pound with gun and it turn. Your man rock for you, your brain strap a gun. Do no run, we have the first magnum, why no run? The big 9mm caliber man if the run. Scorpion lick your down a gun, give a shot. And David a load back the cut how you want. Original joke quick fish shot. Scorpion, no blank heart, no give we no chat. Move, original joke quick fish shot. Scorpion, I'm the Santana, them and the clock why we first. Before we make your run in the earth, just we first.
Powerman and Baby Wayne back in combination back in the days, you know. Anyway, we're gonna play what's this here now? A Panid, yeah? We're gonna play an old Panid. Steve, you introduce the tune, brother. Come introduce the tune, don't get
We're gonna talk the history.
All right, cool. We'll talk it in a minute. All right, we'll play this one. Yeah.
All of the original Scorpion road boy, them watch I know so when Panid come out, you know, X amount of gun up a brandish.
Fresh
vibes.
vibes.
Some sound boy go on and talk about cannon. Man stop, go behind gun, go light it. You have some sound boy talk about gun pan teeth and gun pan waist. At time you waste man, you will get shot in your face. Now big up all of the Scorpion crew, all of the original man them saying. Now David, don't worry yourself and the crew, you know, so one love and unity because I sound a chat up them mouth, but I want to know what them see for Scorpion. Rhythm track. God art sound, England people watch a man upon it on the case again. He's an artist song. He's an apprentice engineer. Watch the right road boy. Phenomenon 10. This is 9 more than them. Scorpion, we are going to give them problem. That's how we tell them. That's how we stay. That's how we turn. Make we hear your shout going on.
Big up Lippy once again. Burn some fire down.
I want to hear it from the Scorpion man. So respect to all the gunman. Gunman alone keep going.
Yo, you know, so you have to pull up the song there, cause we artists Panid, you know. Pull up intro everything, you know. Intro.
All of the
Original Scorpion road boy, them watch ya. You know, so when Panet come out, you know, X amount are gonna brandish. Can you have some sound boy go on and talk about cannon? Man, stop, go behind gun, go light it. You have some sound boy talk.
Big up Outlander out there.
Gun for waste. A time you waste, man.
See the message them are rolling.
Now big up all of the Scorpion crew, all of the original man them saying. Now they
now my glasses with me.
The crew, you know, so
out and bad, big up.
Because I saw a chat up them mouth, but I want to know what them see for Scorpion. Rhythm track, God art sound, England people watch a man upon it on the case again. He's an artist song. He's an apprentice engineer, watch the right road boy. Phenomenon and 10. This is 9 more than them. Scorpion, we are going to give them problem. That's how we tell them. That's how we stay, that's how we turn. Make we hear your shout gun in a hand. That's how we stay, that's how we turn. I want to hear it from the Scorpion man. So respect to all the gunman them. Gunman alone keep
gunman friend.
Fire burn for all the informer them. Informer alone keep no police friend. Respect to Scorpion man them. Them man alone keep gunman friend. Fire burn, no fear the sound boy they them. And them boy alone.
You know, it's actually good to hear these tunes because we don't get a chance to play them, you know.
Who you are, and any boy see with big SLR. Sit down by roadside and a eagle. And any boy see with desert eagle. You think no man a take them gun to you, so we no want no man shot you. Take it from you. All about no work for no winner in another day summer. So respect to all the gunman them. Gunman alone keep. Watch out, never. That's how we stay. That's how we can. Make we hear your shout gun in and more. That's how we stay. That's how we can. I want to hear it from the Scorpion man. Say.
Pick up the Unique family out there. Pick up Roger and the crew. And them can't forget you.
9 hawks and it shall be given. Scorpion man with the big Mac 11. Watch ya. Puss and dog not have the same love. M16 away the one David does. What? Bush of ears. Wall of eye for the big Mac 10. Scorpion man cry. Blood in a me heart and vengeance in a me eye. For the big desert eagle. Weapon net cry.
Out and bad.
To all the gunman them. Gunman alone keep gunman. I know the size of the gun, but how you use it. Bring it, get Scorpion man them.
Easy, Steve, easy.
But, you know, it's one tech when the man that used to sing the tune back in the day.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. 3.5 minutes.
We know 3.5 when the rhythm done 3.5 minutes.
Yep. That's why, you know, they watered it down a bit, you know.
True.
Alright, play the Jack Radix. Play the Jack Radix. Yeah, the last one. And then
Jack Radix, no,
yeah,
I don't think no one's played the Jack Radix here on the land, you know. So Jack Radix, big 90s singer, you know.
Scorpion Sony.
Yeah, man. History again, you know. Yeah, Jack Radix.
Sound boy dead tonight. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Who shall Scorpion fear? The Lord is the strength of my life, of whom shall we be afraid? When those little forked sound boy come upon Scorpion to eat up our flesh, let them stumble and fall. Danger Wang man, original road boy, DJ Fears, Pumpkin Belly, Uncle B, Digital B, don't worry. Cause 17 Showtown a boss. Mr. Jack Radix, step up!
Sound boy, you're dead tonight. Order you copper. Don't you hear the Scorpion playing now? Oh, na. See, you see what I'm saying? Now I often wonder, yeah. And I often wonder why some sound boy always fixing the program. And I have a consciousness of this selector. Well, it's always a missing. How can I hear that dubstep playing? Keep the people waiting. But when the red Scorpion is playing, massive are dancing now. Many are called.
Message reads Steve, you hide them tune there.
What about?
Oh, you mean, man?
Jump and sound, you got to be true. Scorpion on the day. What they go?
One more time, Steve. One more time. Keep the messages coming in. One more time. Play one more. All right.
And all of massive them will love we.
Make them tricky, you know, and play out the tune.
Night after night I go to the dance, I hear a lot of kisses. But after the clash I notice box, why I select on missing. Why don't they keep the faith instead of disrespecting the Scorpion? When the champion sound jumping sound. One go be true. Scorpion on the plane.
Done with quality. Listen to the quality of the voice, man. Come on.
Yeah. Sound boy. A pumpkin belly in red.
And a one tech as well.
Digital being red.
That may I say.
Oh, Scorpion a champion. Sound boy. The Scorpion much too wicked for you. Can't come to jumping sound with no little jumping sound. No. Sound boy. This sound much too wicked for you. Oh Lord, and if you know that it's true, you, I'm saying yes. Night after night, I go to the dance, I hear a lot of this thing. But after the crash,
okay, Steve, this is one of Steve's favorite tunes, Chronicle and Singing Melody, all right? Chronic's father on here, yeah? So, you know, this is one of Steve's favorite tunes, so squeeze that tune there, my brother.
Horrible start though, because stop it.
Yeah, man, you forget a little scratchy on the beginning.
Him could have walk, him talk, him drive. Smart him off that. Hiya, some boy been going around and talking about wicked man, pumpkin belly, ragga, jolly, scorpion too. Tell that boy if him can't be good, try be careful and take sleep, man, blood clot that I will go for you, don't away you go. Chronicle and wicked man singing melody, I'm supposed to never see this. People just feel that I got them. Pray, Lord.
Wow, listen to that young voice Chronicle.
Scorpion, murder them for real. Scorpion, don't. Hey, hey. Yes, we tell them, Scorpion, tell them again. Hey, them no have no sound to give Scorpion problem. Here's my sound, rougher than them. Scorpion, you know it are the baddest in this whole wide world. Scorpion sound, for the last time we talk about when we kill a sound boy. I listen to Scorpion sound all night long. It's not I wanna hold thing back to make these rumors cross so I can confirm. So won't you Scorpion, and let me get dangerous. We play Scorpion. We play good, loving, dabbing, rocking, knocking drums all night long. And hey, and murdering sound till we die to the break of dawn. But oh, come on, Scorpion sound, and let me get vicious. Gee, because the way we kill a song guy, he'll be so right. Hey, we are the roughest sound around the world. Scorpion, we are the toughest all over the world. Well, Hey, Scorpion, make you battle. Boy, no sound can give Scorpion problem. Wait, them have no sound to give you that.
Yes, man. A breath of fresh air, you know, when you hear some original 90s songs, you know. So, Scorpion sound, when was your sound established and what area? 'Cause I know South London, you know, but I don't know whereabouts. And when was you established? What year would you say, if you can remember?
We started to build the sound basically as soon as I left school. That would have been about, I'm going to tell my age now, 83.
What,
yeah,
83?
83, yeah. And it took us a couple of years to put it together. So by about 83 to 85, we just building it, playing little, building it, playing it. About 85, we start to come out of road. And
so what year did you start cutting dub plates?
87.
87?
Yeah, the first
so
set of
all those dub plates you played, was that when they was in yard, or did you voice any? Was there a studio in England where you used to voice? Everything was yard.
All of them was voiced in yard. The first set of dub plates that we voiced was at Jammies. I think we cut about 10 plates at the time.
Was it a FedEx thing them time there? How did you used to get the dub them?
No, live, we was there.
Okay, you go there and do it live?
Yeah,
okay.
Basically, we got a link up.
Yes. Oh, that's why you played a lot of that Panhead, the Jammies artists, and the Johnny. Okay. Okay.
I come from a kind of musical family. Cause my cousin then was John Down Rockers, so we got a little foot in the door as well as young youths. You know what I mean? And Cecil Tubbies as well.
Big up Cecil Tubbies,
he gave us a good link as well. So
okay. And in those days, ski cutting dub, was it like, you see, like now the sky price is like 1,500. It was like a respecting, innit, them time there, innit?
Respecting, and you look after
You
them.
look, yeah,
And
yeah.
they will look after you, understand?
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
It wasn't
yes.
no mad money. Them the foolishness.
Yes, yes,
I even though I still cut that place, but I'm not a clash sound or nothing. I like the entertainment, but me like me song them. I like to have one or two song for my own, you understand?
So 1987 is when you first said, right, we're going yard and we're cutting certain dub plates and that.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew Jammies and that, 'cause when I hear the young boys, Ellie and the Bunty and the Panets and them, I know says that's water outside, you know.
We've got songs. Don't get we've got songs, but I don't play that way no more, too tough. But if a man stick out his head,
Okay, he'll get it, yeah? Yeah. So when's the last time you actually had a clash then? 'Cause you have some shot round there, you know.
Them a clash from probably 90s.
Okay.
When they put down the sound, well, the sound did get put down. Not I did put down the sound had to get put down, basically. Where we was running and things.
Okay.
And a couple of children man in my sound did die and things, so it was moving reckless, basically, you know what I mean?
What part of South was you lot based?
Brixton.
Okay, so that was the time of the Sovereign, 'cause I know the Sovereigns and that's got the Panets and all that as well.
Was across the block for me.
Okay, was there a little rivalry there between you lot, or was it musical
not really,
rivalry?
'cause they came a little bit after us, but we was all bridging still.
Okay,
you know what I mean? But they took it to another level. You understand?
Big up Sovereign.
Because our things was running, we kind of had to kick back and they took it off to another level.
Brixton, South London and Brixton have enough sound still enough.
Yeah, man, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Brixton, it was Brixton.
So what year did you kind of stop? 'Cause obviously you said you started cutting in 87. To what year was you kind of, when did you kind of calm down off the cutting and that?
I think the last time we did cut, I think it would have been about 95, I believe.
Okay.
94,
so
95.
So from 87 to 95, it's about 8 years of cutting. So you must have a lot of them old voices of a lot of artists, you know.
No, we have.
Yeah, the Elephant Man, I never heard that song before, you know. So you know, but it was refreshing to hear some of them artists there. Even the Johnny Osborne with the Paned Pun the intro, you know.
Johnny was one of our artists. We have a whole heap of Johnny Osborne.
See what I'm saying?
A few artists back in the days when we used to work with, we have a few of them. Ken Shade was our next one. Terror Fabulous was the next one.
But you have some of them 90s Fabulous out there.
What it is, when the sound split up with me, went our separate ways and that, I did get some of the tune them. I held on some of the tune them, and my partner that we built up the sound together.
Yeah.
He's got a part of them, but we in the process of jamming it.
Listen, nothing won't be better than that, you know.
Yeah.
When you put the sound and you put everything together again.
Yeah.
You know,
but for me, to be quite honest, it's not essential for me. You understand? We've done it.
Yeah.
We've done it, and even after I've done that and when I stopped playing the sound, the Scorpion sound put down, I played Tubby sound. Done it again.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Done it again. And so that interest on that side of the sound system culture don't interest me no more.
Okay.
That's why we built the full package, because we want entertainment.
Yes.
This clash thing and this if it was like back in the days, authentic, you play the song them nice and you have a little banner, but bro, 30 seconds of a song and then
because like them Paned you're playing, like you want to hear second verse.
Yeah.
Even like the Power Man and Baby Wayne. You want to wait for Baby Wayne to forward in, you know what I mean? Never heard that Paned or that Baby Wayne song to be fair. So you have tune, man. You have tune.
I've been going clashes and I'm hearing 2 lines of the song and gone again. I'm all jumping up and
that recent thing. So you say you prefer the old school where
that's what I'm bringing. That's why I built back my sound to bring back that thing.
Yeah.
That's why we built.
So
this.
the full package is
that's
that.
That's the direction we're going.
And that's good. That's a great thing to try and bring back that where we don't just get a line of a song and it's a next song. You want to hear. You want the music to breathe, isn't it? You want it to breathe, man.
Some of them, man, they must have. Me personally, some of them, man, must have enough money because you play a song for 30 seconds. How much song you gonna have to play in half an hour, brother? No, sir.
So who is your sound influences? Like, for instance, in Northwest we had Java. We used to all listen to Java and we kind of built our even Saxon because Saxon used to come to Northwest a lot. You know, who was you lot's because you say 87, 83, 85.
Well, my influence when I was going to school really truly was like Small Axe, Frontline.
Front
Jam
line.
Down Rockers, Coxon. I
Okay,
grew up
real
Jam Down
Brixton, you
Rockers,
know.
yeah,
Brixton,
Jam Down
you know.
Rockers is my family sound, so I grew up. I've come from a sound family. My grandfather had sound when he come over England, but unfortunately he died coming away from playing his sound.
It would be nice to hear like a reunion with all them sounds, their front line and all the sounds in small acts and all them, you know, and the Scorpions. Like, that'd be nice, you know, to hear, all, like, because hearing something like, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, because sometimes you forget how Quinchade and that used to sound when you hear,
right,
you know, you forget because you're so used to hearing. Yeah, the Elephant Man. I heard Elephant Man try and put on a little bunty voice and all that. You hear the little deep voice and that. I was, yo, that's how I had to say, pull up. Yes. You know?
Yeah. Originally, you can't beat authenticity. You can't beat it. And that's what I'm dealing with. You get what I mean? That's why I built back the sound. To try and help bring back that authenticity in the sound system culture. Because it was going one way, I'm going dances, I'm not seeing no woman. All right. Boy, no, I'm not used to them thing there, you know. When growing up, I used to go dance and see women.
True.
You understand?
True.
I want to be entertained, bro. You get what I mean?
So tell the people them about the full package, because I see you're endorsing it there. Tell the people a bit more about it, and you know, because
well, we kind of got into the full package. Come along. Basically, it was kind of like an accident, really, because as I was building up the sound, me and he's my brethren. We're brethrens, but we have a little banter and everything with the sound system thing, and he kind of called me out, Carvey, but my sound is this, and called him up. So he said, all right, then we could do a one-on-one thing, and I got a book to place. My brethren, my partner, I got it's three of us that started it. So one of the partners that started it said, all right, then book all and we have a one-on-one.
And have your own sound, every sound system as well, innit?
That's what we deal with.
Yeah,
we deal
sound
with
system.
We're not in a playing from people thing.
Yeah, I like that. That's official. You have your own sound system.
That's what I said.
So you're in a hall,
yes.
you got your...
He bring his sound system, I bring my sound system.
I love them dances there, you know. We don't get enough of them, but when you do...
That's what we try to bring back.
Yes, and I like when, you know, the next sound will just play his little jingles and that when so he forwards in. Sometimes you don't even need a host for them thing there. I like that authenticity.
Yeah. The full package.
Yeah.
You have to have the full package.
Who was the winner of the last full package, like the whole competition? Because I know it's like a rounds thing, isn't it?
I was the winner. Scorpion was the winner of the season 1. Season 2, Wassy won, and we're gonna start season 3. August the 2nd.
Okay.
Season 3 kicks off again.
And what's the criteria for that? Yes, you have to have your own sound. It's not just dub plates all night as well. It's 45. Tell the people them.
All right, then basically you have to have your own sound system.
Yes.
Your own sound man them running. No other man can come and.
Okay.
The next man from another sound can't operate his sound.
Oh, nothing like that. Yeah, it has to be your own crew. You have to have 3 bass boxes, single bass bins, 18s or 21s. On top of that, you can't do the cheating thing and put 18s on top of 18s. You have to come with a authentic style sound system. Bring your 15s and your mids and tops or whatever.
Yes, I like the sound of this. Carry on, my brother.
And then the rounds now, you have to play a souls round.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to play anything goes round.
Yes.
You have to play a revival round.
Yes.
And then you have a 1-for-1 round.
Okay, so there's no dub plates, just the 1-for-1 is the dub plate.
1-for-1 is the dub plate round. You can anything goes round, you can play your dub plate. If you got soul dub plates,
so in anything goes round, everyone just drop bare dub in that round, I guess, innit?
No, well, I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
The ones them that do drop the dub plates in that round, them not last. Them get lick out. Because we have women there. Because it's about the entertainment. You understand me? Yeah, if you can play, not say you can't play your dub plate, it's up to you.
How you want to play your sound.
And how you want to entertain the crowd.
Yeah, when is the next one? Tell the people them like when
the next one starts on the 2nd of August, which is Sovereign Roadshow.
Okay.
And Different Strokes. Yeah, that one I got spicy still, you know?
Yeah, man.
Different Strokes.
Tell the people, you know the date, if you know the date and wherever, tell the people them because
it's the 2nd of August.
Yep.
2nd of August at the Alden Church Hall down there in Fulton. If I get you the postcode in 2 seconds.
Okay, so is it a ticket thing or is it a door pay on the door thing or how is it?
No. You buy your tickets so you can get it off at Eventbrite, and there's a whole heap of other or you can come to Steve or
Yeah.
one of the other guys, Mark. You can go to, but yeah, we're trying to avoid the payment on the door thing.
Yes,
Yeah, get
yes.
your ticket, and you got your full package.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
What
You
I'm
know.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause we don't want the crowd up at the door. And
Yes.
we've had no trouble.
And is the rules going to be the same like how you said the soul round and? Okay, I like that.
Yeah, the rules are the same all the way through. I'm gonna. Is it all right to get my partner on the phone?
Yeah, man.
Involved.
Yeah, man.
You know, we've done this together, and this is how we roll still.
So this is the third season now, yeah, of Full Package. The third season now.
Yeah.
And have you got all the sounds in already? All the sounds are confirmed?
All the sounds are confirmed.
They're all signed up and confirmed,
all
yeah?
the sounds are signed up and confirmed. I'll go through it. So that's why I want to phone my partner.
You need
I'm
to-
up in age and my brain.
When you're ready, you send us the
fast.
flyer as well.
Yes.
Send us the flyer so we can, do, and promote it and all that because I like the sound of that. What do you think, Natural? The Full Package, man. Okay. So in the 80s and that when you used to play, I have to go back. Did you in those days you used to have like the singers and DJs? Did you not have singers and DJs in your set in those days? Like, okay, any DJs or singers that we would know who's?
No, really. To be quite honest, we had our own singers and DJs for our sound.
Yes.
Like we had Super Mikey, we had Beaver Banton, we had Ragga G, we had a few.
Yeah.
And that, but.
No one carried on with music after that, like carried on DJing or singing after that.
Not really, no.
Okay.
Everybody, we all kind of dispersed. You get what I mean? 'Cause,
Yeah.
certain things did happen. Certain things did happen and that, which I will explain in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And but when we used to play, because like back in them days there, the DJs then will come out from other sounds anyway and DJ on them because Jam Down, Rockers DJs them Champion and GT and them and they
So
used to
what
DJ
other
on
sounds
sound.
was there around about them time there as well? Like you said Sovereign came a bit later. What other sounds in your time was around? Like when you used to play,
Yeah, we had Red Hot.
Okay.
Red Hot,
See,
Mikey Sprang see, that's how my brain is. Sometimes it just shut down on me. I get so, yeah, Mikey Sprang them Red Hot. Mark.
did you ever go to places like Northwest London,
Call the phone number.
North London? And okay, so it was okay. So it wasn't just South London. You went up and you carried your sound down there as well, like that.
We take the sound wherever we need to go. You get me?
Okay.
But that was more their time, because I was always around the sound, but I was obviously a lot younger, so I couldn't go to, my daddy did strict them.
Yeah.
If certain man weren't picking me up, I weren't going no party. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like that, But yeah, Scorpion.
So,
we've been, go on.
What year did you pick back up the sound? Because you said you put it down in the 90s. Like, I think you said 87 to 95, 90s.
Yeah, yeah, it's my virgin, yeah, I'm right.
Time to call WhatsApp.
Yeah, call the WhatsApp line if you can.
I'll accept.
Call the WhatsApp line.
Yeah, call the WhatsApp line. The WhatsApp, not the normal. He said he was calling the WhatsApp.
Right, so I'll give you the address for the full package, yeah?
Tell the world, the world are watching.
It's the Alden Church Hall, Thornton Heath. On the postcode is CR7 6BA. So that's the Alden Church Hall.
Say it again.
Alden Church Hall. Yeah. That's down there.
The other one. It's on that side. Look on the other side. There.
That's down there in Thornton Heath. The postcode is CR7
there's two on there. Look,
6BA. Yeah, so just
Yo.
make sure. All right, what you say, Mark?
What's going on, bro?
You finished?
Yeah, I'm finished, man. I'm finished. Yeah.
Can you hear Mark?
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay, so yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So, we're talking about the full package, the concept and everything. So, I'm not gonna do it without you, you know.
So the idea. So one day you lot just sat down and just said, "Let's do." Like, who came up with the name and the format and the formula? Like, how?
Yeah. It's my son that actually come up. My son and my
Yeah,
son.
Okay.
Come up with the full package there because we were sitting there. Because like I said, it just happened. It was something that just happened because me and
It was Wayne, innit? Wayne came up with the name full package.
No,
we were
it
sitting
wasn't.
down and we tried to decide.
No, it wasn't
on
Wayne.
the names.
It wasn't Wayne. It was
And we
Lippy.
couldn't. Yeah, you remember because me, you, and Wayne was sitting down and we was trying to decide a name and we couldn't decide one.
That's right.
And we all had some names. And then Wayne sent us a text and said, "Let's call it full package."
Full package.
And then Aaron said, "No, full package don't sound right." Aaron said, "Call it the full package."
Was it Aaron? No, I'm sure it was Lippy that come up with the name still. But my memory.
No, it was Wayne still. Because we never even told them about it at the time.
Okay. Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm getting up
So
in age.
who has the vote? Is it the crowd that votes, or is there judges? Like, how do you? The judges? Yeah.
No.
So the first season, how was it? How was the winner decided? Was it through a crowd or judges? The first season.
We integrate them. So you got 2 judges.
Yeah.
And you got a crowd.
Okay. So the judges
2
work with the
independent
crowd, and
judges
the crowd work with the
and
judges.
yeah. So
Okay,
you got 2 independent judges and the crowd vote as well.
Okay.
That's how it works. So you keep it fair, you get what I mean? So it's not just crowd vote, because if your sound have more crowd than that sound, then you're automatically going to win. So you want to keep it on level peggings, you get what I mean?
Yeah, definitely keep it on level peggings. Doing that. That means a lot of sounds that maybe don't have a fan base, but they got sound.
Them get
they'll
a chance.
they get a chance.
Yeah.
They get a chance, which is it's good. So you got all bases covered in there. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So the third season, can you name all the sounds that are in it? Do you know? Because how many sounds? Because it goes to the next round, innit? So,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
first
it goes round.
Can you
It's
name
8.
some of the sounds that are in it?
Mark, you remember all the sounds that's in
Yeah,
it?
yeah. There's 8 sounds in the competition.
Yes.
Kicking off on the 2nd of August with Sovereign Roadshow and Different Strokes.
Big.
Then we've got Gal Flex alongside Outlaw.
Big.
Then we have Immortal from Birmingham alongside Melatonin.
Big.
Then we have Platinum Cartel alongside Champion Music Force.
Okay, Music Force, big up. Hey, long time I don't see Music Force out there. It's a good look.
Man.
It's a good. You see, you
Long
got
time
different
song.
type of sounds. What you're doing is very good, because there's certain sounds that might not clash like dub plate wise, but they still got their big sound, and they still want. Yes.
And just to cancel out the stigma, some of them so-called sounds are known as clash sounds and dubplate sounds, like Platinum Cartel, Immortal, and this is just showing that they can entertain without having to beat off your dub.
Yeah. I like the idea of that.
And it also gives the like some of the sounds that are not known, like the bigger sounds, the more known sounds, that they can get even a chance to face them, because if you're waiting for promoters to put them together, and that will never happen. Like you see, the last season you had Unique and played with Tubbies, and actually beat Tubbies as well.
Yes,
you understand? If on another platform,
on a dub plate, or if it was fully dub plate,
there's a normal platform that probably will never happen. They will never probably get the chance to even play Tubbies.
Full package does remind me a lot of like the 80s, where, you know, like, because when you listen to old Saxon tapes and Coxsone tapes, it ain't dub plates all night.
No.
And there was women in. You can go on YouTube and see there was women in the dances.
Of course.
And it was ram. It was ram. And
entertainment.
Yeah, and
it was all about entertainment.
And you lot are bringing it back, which is a great thing, because you're right. When you listen to those 1990 tapes and that, you're not hearing dub plates all night. It's the 45s what's getting the biggest forwards.
That's right. That's right. You know,
it's a gold mine. It's a good idea, man. It's a good idea.
And it actually gives the less known sounds a chance to be heard and seen and get recognition. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
because there's not a lot of platforms that are allowing them on their platforms to do that.
Yeah,
they're not getting that chance. You got what I mean?
And it's getting sounds to plug up their sound system.
That's right.
Because there's a lot of sounds that's got their sound system and don't get a chance to string up, you know. So it's a win-win, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
So tell the people again when Sovereign and different strokes. Is it different?
Different strokes.
Yeah. 2nd of August. And then is it every month after that, or is it every 2 months? Like
every from we started off, it's going to be every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah, every fortnight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good look.
Until the finals. Yeah.
Okay. Good look. Very good look. Yeah, I definitely. You have to tell us because I want to support International because I like them old school. I like it. I like the concept. I honestly I do.
It's nice. It's fantastic. It's great stuff.
And bare bass line as well. When you get the man that's stringing up this, like a long time I don't got in here bass line.
You get judged on your sound as well.
Yeah,
You
I
get
know.
Judged on your sound.
I know. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been there, but I preed it on YouTube and I see what I go on and I like it, bro. You know what I mean?
But you've actually got to come and feel it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Well, definitely.
That's what attracts a lot of people to it as well. You know, they come and they feel it. Not only the bass, the energy, the vibe that's in the hall. It's totally different, you know.
Tell the people you're selling it, you know. Tell them, you tell them, you know. Tell them.
And what a lot of people got to remember, this is an early warm session.
Yeah.
It's an early warm, so you can come out early and you can still go out somewhere afterwards.
Okay, so what time? When you say early, what time is it?
So we finish at 11 o'clock.
What?
Yeah, we finish at 11 o'clock, so we can't go on and do
You look got the right.
But people are so entertained, they don't want to go nowhere else after.
They're all congregating and we have to tell them, please, come out.
What time is it?
6 o'clock. We open the doors
About
at
6
6
p.m.
So the 2nd, is that a Saturday, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, all of the dances on Saturdays.
Always on a Saturday. Yeah. But like I said, you have to actually be there. All right, Steve, we've got a good sound, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And we like to play our sound. We like to feel the sound, yeah? But it's the energy, like from the crowd as well.
I go forward, man.
Yeah? It's a nice vibe, you know? You have to be there to experience
Trust
it.
me, I'm going to
you know?
be
You have to be there, you know?
Yeah, I like it.
Everybody's
I like
jumping
it,
up
man.
and down, and it's a nice vibe. It's a very nice vibe. Yeah.
Different selections from selectors.
Yeah.
You know, they can show their skills. You go, I mean, nice.
Nah, man, respect for forwarding in.
There's a lot of comedians out there as well. You hear some things on the mic, you know, and a lot of comedians.
As I said, it's not bad word, but I pre a couple things on YouTube, so I see that, it's throwing word, banter.
It's a lot of banter,
banter, throwing word, and I like it, so man.
And one thing I'd like to push out there, this is not a clash. It's a musical competition.
Yeah.
It's friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No profanity and bad words. No S-mother business. You know, it's a friendly rivalry. It's just to show your musical skills on how you can entertain the crowd, like how people used to do back in the day.
Right.
And I'll second what he said as well. The host, he always says that this is not a clash. It's nobody's mums in here, nobody's father's in here, nobody's sister or nothing like that. We just don't tolerate that. If you want that, you're not in the full package. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
and I just pick up the full package team because there's a big team that go behind making the full package work. You know, I can't name everybody, but I just throw out the full package team because it's a big team.
Yes.
Everybody works hard to make this thing work seamlessly. You know what I mean? So big up all of the full package team and staff.
Yeah, man, big up, and protect your brand, brother, because
it
sounds like a good...
Yeah, we don't want disrespect and forget nobody, so...
You have to big up Debs, you have to big up Ellen, you have to big up Anne, you have to big up Minnie, Aaron, Glenn, Maxwell, Ashley. We have to forget anybody else.
That's a big team.
Scully, Adriel,
Jennifer, Boomer. Charlene. Anybody else? Nessa.
Delts. Dave.
Yeah,
you see that's some number one call me.
Yo, that's a big.
And we're all family.
Protect your brand. I like that. People full package and people. Check it out, full package. And where can they get the T-shirts and that as well? I can see how can people come to the dance?
Yeah, come to the dance.
So often we give out a free ticket.
Yeah, come see T-shirts.
Yeah, we're gonna soon have merchandise on sale.
Yes, man, get the merchandise out there, man, because it's a good look, man. So respect for forwarding.
Yes, my brother.
Respect for playing some of them vintage. Cause I know you have all leap round there, you know. But respect for the vintage.
We can sign out with two.
How you mean, brother? That really what I hear, you know.
Me have a look. Me. Are you on Cape Town?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, man. Sign off with 2 songs, yes, because at the
Before you do. Yeah, man. No, vocals, them do what you do because anything you say in a Scorpion thing, you understand? But before we leave, we're just going to remind people next week is Streets in Action, you know. You know what I mean? Solutions verse Unique Star Sound. So people, I know that there's people on the Mixcloud right now. Log in from early next week. Log in from 7.
Let me ask one question as well, Nacho.
Yeah.
So Scorpion, you see our platform, you see how we keep it neat and we keep it clean.
No, them man said they're not a clash sound big. So
okay,
you love jar out the people themselves.
True.
Tell you say it's not a clash sound, you know.
Cause you know why? Him have some secret, some big, some bad song round there, you know.
If it's a little friendly thing on that.
That's what we are, brother. Let me tell you something.
I will think about
this
it.
This platform is a clean. I want you to watch the previous clash. And watch the clash this week coming and watch the previous. Yeah. There's no profanity. There's no disrespect on here. You know, it's a musical war.
Yeah,
and
well,
you know,
I will consider it.
That's how I say. That's how I say. Cause you have them bum round there, you know. You have to play some of them big songs there.
Draw out the people them star. Biggs is calling that. Big, you hear the man saying the wrong clashing, but you don't know.
It's a different.
Yeah, it's
our
a
thing
different.
Ain't really
it's a musical competition, you know.
There's no losers on this platform,
never,
you know. It's a learn.
Never. It's There's winners and learners.
And when you have some of them big song round there, you can't make them. You see me natural.
Streets in Action next week.
Me hear a young bunty, you know.
Yes, man. But the young elephant man surprised me, Biggs.
What? Me hear all it put it on a bunty.
We hear young bunty, you know. If you listen King Adis, if you listen, we hear young bunty, you know. But I've never heard a young Ellie like that.
Me neither.
Before Scare Them.
I never hear that neither. And you know what? He even put on like a little bunty voice before he start DJ.
I hear
that shocked me still.
I hear it. The man say, man an elephant, man an a giraffe. Man an elephant, man an a giraffe. All right.
I bet you Elephant Man wouldn't even remember. If he heard that song, he'd be like, hey, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
You get me? A history you have around there in the road, boy.
But people, we may have a Monday show planned, you know.
Okay.
We may be doing the clash on Tuesday. But we may have a Monday show with a surprise.
Yeah, we'll put it out there.
Very big artist. So people, if you're on the Mixcloud right now, listen, we may be in here on Monday, you know, with a very big artist. You know what I mean? And we still do the clash on Tuesday. How that sound?
Hey, that is it. And
You
people,
know what I
don't
mean?
forget Tuesday, Unique Star and Solution Sound. Big clash.
Yes.
Yeah? Check it out. Don't be late. Check it out.
All right. So with no further ado, we're going to sign off with 2 songs from Scorpion Sound, and then I eat that.
Yeah, man.
All right, thank you. I just want to big up everybody that supported Scorpion Sound, the full package. My sister, them, Mark, Annette. I did name a few of them already. Some of the sounds them that's been in the competition and that's been helping us build a platform. You know, Unique Sound, Tubby Sound, Anita Rojo, SNB Sound. There's so many, I can't mention everybody, so no one don't feel no way, but I just, I want to show my appreciation.
They know who they are, bro. They know who they are, yeah?
So I'm going to sign off with 2 songs that I've recently cut, that just shows the direction that I'm trying to take back the sound system culture and how my sound plays, the Scorpion sound plays. So I'm going to kick it off with Mike Anthony. Just listen to the lyrics.
Alright now. Yeah. Do you remember when dance was nice? You couldn't wait to catch a vibe. Do you remember? Oh, do you remember now? Back in the days of Cecil G, Farrah Slacks and your Bally Booty. Do you remember? Oh, do you remember now? I see the girls with their afro hair, mini skirt and the tight back boots. Do you remember? Oh, do you remember now? And some would come in a altar back. Oh my gosh, you catch a shock. Do you remember? Oh yes, I remember
say bring back the good old time dance them.
Big Bad Scorpion sound, bless up Steve and Scorpion, Tunde Bantan, DJ Lippy, Lady H, Trouble, AZ Capone and Romy and the Scorpion family. Mike Anthony does love no bad.
Do remember, Big People's Night Out, Sound System Edition, West Indian Centre, Spawn Street, Coventry.
Do you remember when dance was nice? You couldn't
I tell you, man,
get there.
Coventry comes alive.
Do you remember?
Love Injection Sound, Scorpion Sound,
Remember
Junior Brown, Super Shack, Venus Hi-Fi. Trust me, people.
And your Bali booty. Do you remember?
Saturday the 25th of October, 2025. Pull up that one, pull up that one, pull up.
Oh, large up the Big Bad Scorpion.
Coventry comes alive. Saturday the 25th of October.
It's trouble.
Big People's Night Out, people. Trust me, roll up to Coventry, man.
Mike Anthony does love no bad. Alright. Yeah. Do you remember when dance was nice? You couldn't wait to get there to hold a vibe.
And big up Winston Francis, sir. Winston Francis.
I know you remember.
An educated interview, you know.
Back in
Yeah,
the
man,
days
we learned.
of
Educated us today, for
Farrell
real.
slacks and your Bali booty. Do you remember?
Once again, I've got to big up Sparky Rugged out there, and also Milligan and all the JVC family out there. Big up yourself, guys.
And the tight black
Big up.
Remember.
Big up the Raw Vibes family, not forgetting the Unique crew. The SMB, can't forget you lot.
Coming out the back. Oh my gosh, you catch a shock. Do you remember?
Kevin Warrior, Early B, Logan.
I remember, yeah.
All of the man them. If I don't mention your name, you know.
Yeah, man. Big up the Elder Logan, you know, for real. Music Force.
Yes.
Bad sound, you know.
I'm telling you, bro.
Bad sound. What? You have some serious shots,
Scorpion sound just bring back the old good time dance.
Like I said, we just came back from Coventry.
So we bring
same venue, West Indian Centre.
dance there.
What can I say? Really lovely night up there, you know.
Sound of play.
So those of you that are locked in, make sure you catch us out in Coventry.
Do you remember?
25th.
Do you remember? Yeah.
Of October, West Indian Centre.
To get and pay your rate. When you get in, everything's great.
We're gonna leave a couple of flyers in the studio. You lot can punch it out for us, yeah?
How you mean, man?
Manners and respect, yeah?
Start the soup before the dance. Curry, goat and rice. Make your belly feel nice. Do you remember? Yes, I remember, yes. Rum and black would be the start. Cherry B is fine. Baby shine is nice.
Gonna play two more. This is what Scorpion's about. Rubber dub and, you know, just bringing back the old school sound system, you know? Play tune.
You know, this is the big bad heavy sound like Scorpion sound. With man like Stevie Scorpion, DJ Lippy, As Capone, Trouble and Thunder Bantan. And them man they work off of respect. RESPECT. Run that.
Respect you if you respect we, but we nah beg no respect thee. We grow as a sound and a respect tree. So listen up respectfully. Scorpion give respect where respect is due. Respect them and they respect you. Lose respect for a few, no real and true. Bad mind ways I see through. Scorpion give respect where respect is due. Respect them and they respect you. Lose respect for a few, no real and true. Bad mind ways I see through. RESPECT is a thing you feel earn even though it come free. Can't buy my respect with a bag of money. I'm bad mind, dirty liberty. You see, no respect your house, your clothes out, yeah. How much girl you say you have and how much bad man you are. And of them kind of things Scorpion respect star. Better if you lock your big jaw. DJ Lippy gives respect where respect is due. Respect him and he'll respect you. Lose respect for a few, no real and true. Bad my ways I see you. As Capone gives respect where respect is due. Respect him and he'll respect you. Lose respect for a few, no real and true. Bad my ways I see you. Them should respect we as a vet. See the levels that we set. 80s, 90s, millennium we still a rep. Internet the thing connect, not for fret and interject. Like they want the scorpion figure, bust the intertech. Them just sit back and reflect. That no put them nowhere yet. So them a go down the whole of them with the intellect. We know them see we as a check. You a wonder where we step. Left them all a circumspect. None of them can bust me back. No son we not go pet. And we not go take a check. Who not like we, me not like you too. Try secure your neck.
Yes, I'm gonna play my last song, and I don't forget where I'm coming from. I have to big up my grandparents, my parents. They gave me the knowledge of music, and I'm still carrying the knowledge up to this very day. So I have to play a song for coming from their era. So I'm gonna sign out with this group here, the group named the Free Tops. I wish I had a little bit more time, because I would have played some more of them kind of style, but you know, I'm gonna just leave out with the Free Tops.
Are the champion sound, Scorpion sound, with Steven Scorpion, Trouble, DJ Lippy, AZ Capone, and Romy Rome. This is the Three Tops, picking up the champion sound. Scorpion sound, #1 sound, Murderous sound. Are the Scorpion sound. Scorpion, sting them. You could vex till you bust. Scorpion sound, don't care. You could vex till you bust. Scorpion sound, have no fear.
Yeah, well, you get them some
you
studio
could
one,
say
you know?
what on your mind, we don't care for it. You could play a bag of doublets, you still gonna lose it. If you vex till you bust. Scorpion sound, don't care. If you vex till you bust. Scorpion, have no fear. Words from your mouth can keep us down. Idiot splice stabs cannot shake us down. You could vex till you bust. Scorpion sound, don't care. You could vex till you bust. We gonna have no fear. Scorpion sound, bad sound, wicked sound. Yeah man, murderous sound, kill all idiot sound.
Yeah man.
All night, all day. Scorpion murder jump and sound. Every day. Three Tops on the attack. You could vex till you bust. Scorpion, have no fear. You could vex till you bust. We gonna murder your sound. The truth is the truth, and you don't like it. From Jamaica to England, you gonna get a doublet kick. If you vex till you bust. Scorpion sound, don't care. If you vex till you bust. Stephen, have no fear. Yeah man, Scorpion sound, the champion sound, you know. Murder all idiot sound. London, England crew, big up every time.
Man.
Three
Big
Tops.
song to sign out with, you know. You took it back to studio one days for real, you know. Big, yeah man.
Yeah, I'm not
Big
gonna
song.
lie, you know, that's the lane that I'm kind of going down right now, you know. Some of them authentic, original music, you know, 'cause it's like we're forgetting some of them artists there. Some of them are still alive, and man, them is not like voicing them or, you know. So I'm trying to, I'm trying to find them and voice them. And
Nah, man, it's a good lane to be in, man.
Can't forget where we are come from.
True.
You know, and we have to big
True
up our elders, you know what I mean?
True.
So, bless up for the invite, my brother.
How you mean, man? How you mean?
Yeah,
It's
it was
a
a
blessing
pleasure.
and an honor for you to be here as well, you know? We have to give thanks. You see how the sun's shining, we have to give thanks
That's
for life.
every day, fam. Every
you know?
day, bro.
So, respect.
Yes, me brother.
You know?
Yes.
And manners and respect, you know, every time.
Yes.
And yeah, man, full package, I'll be there. We'll be there to support, man.
Come and check it out, bro.
We'll be
When you
there.
come back, you know,
We'll
you
be
gotta
there.
get hooked on it, bro.
We'll be there. You know, see what my brethren Scully are dealing with. We'll be there, man. Sure.
Bless.
All right, manners. All right, we're signing out, people. We'll see you back next. We see you next week, maybe Monday. So look out for us on Monday, but definitely we'll be here on Tuesday for Streets in Action Sound Clash. All right? Blessed for another week. Bless.